Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen, it is technically Friday. Technically Friday at 1:26 a.m. It is, no, not November, not December. It is January.
It's the first podcast of the year. Yeah.
It is the first podcast of the year of our Lord 2019. We're back after a bit of a hiatus. We took the week of Christmas off.
Yep. Spend time with family.
Spend time
with
family and be busy and do things. And then we took last week off because Jeff went to Vegas and then got space AIDS.
Yes.
Come back and was crazy, super sick, super flu, like one of those super plane flus.
Well, I'm sure there's quite a few people that can relate because apparently everybody and their dog got sick around that time. I'm just feeling better like yesterday, and I'm still not 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm like 95%. So there was no way. I got home from Las Vegas last Thursday, the day of the podcast, and I was dead. There is a 0 chance that anything was going to happen. And it lasted like 3 days after I came home. I spent half the trip in bed in a hotel, and then I came home and spent the next few days dying in bed. So
yeah, just wasn't going to happen.
It wasn't going to happen.
Wasn't in the cards, but we're here now.
We weren't going to miss it. It's like it's 1:30 in the morning here.
It's late o'clock,
and we've been working on the vocal booth.
Yes.
That's what we've been doing pretty much all night. We're going to finish it tomorrow, but it's coming along great. We got a lot of progress done. We had to go pick up some tools from Adam's dad. We had to go to Home Depot. It just took a little longer than normal, and we had a little bite to eat.
And then we
went to town.
Fought the good fight.
Yes.
We got a good chunk of it done. I discovered that I have literally no idea how what angle is required to do quarter round at the ceiling, where the ceiling and the wall meets in the corners. I have no idea what angle it's supposed to be. If it's just a wall, like a picture frame, it's 45s on all sides with opposite 45 angles, but you can't do that shit in the corners. And I didn't think about that until I went ahead and fucking made the first cut. So shit happened there. We'll figure that out tomorrow. But for now, we got a lot done. Did they still have cloth left at Fabricville?
They did.
Okay, so they hope that will still be there. You'll be able to get the rest of it, and then that will be good. We'll be able to.
We'll finish her tomorrow.
If I can figure out how to put the damn molding up, it will be done tomorrow.
Yep.
It'll be great. But anyway, we're here, and we've got a fair amount of stuff that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
I paged the community like I do on Discord, said, what do you want us to cover? Because there's so much that we had to kind of condense it a bit. But first of all, how was your Christmas?
I'll be honest.
It was a Christmas?
The whole holiday season sucked for me. I'm just going to be real.
That's fair. Those Christmases happen.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I guess saying it sucked is a little pessimistic, but it was...
It was not a holly jolly Christmas.
No, it was
more of just like a holly Christmas.
Yeah, there wasn't much that went down.
Yeah.
It was nice to hang out with family and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was nice to look forward to going to Vegas, and then I got sick. So, like, the holiday season for me, it feels like Christmas just happened, even though it did sort of just happen, but it feels like it happened, like, last week because the week before, the last week or so, I've been dead. So I haven't really done a whole lot. I'm just getting back into the groove of, like, getting to work and shit, and it's, like, going on. My birthday's in, like, less than 2 weeks.
Yep.
It's in 11 days. And I got a baby coming in like a month.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of those things. I shouldn't say that Christmas sucked. It was one of the most non-memorable Christmases I think I may have ever had.
It was a Christmas.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Well, your next Christmas will be more memorable because your child will be here.
Yes, yeah. So it'll be very different.
Yeah.
Different.
For better or worse, it's going to be different.
Yep.
And it will be a wild ride. My Christmas was pretty good. Kind of similar. It was uneventful. Both well, I shouldn't say completely uneventful. Both of my grandmothers were at the house for Christmas, which is super rare.
That's good.
So the two queens of the family were there, which is great because it was funny. One grandmother is deaf as all hell, and the other one can hear perfectly fine, but it's not like she can scream at the other grandmother. So she came in and they do their hi, how you doing, and hi Eileen, and hi Jean, how you, but Nan is reading lips at this point, has been for years, and so they do like their thing, and then after that it was like each of them had their chair and they just chilled in the living room and Christmas happened, and that was pretty much how that went down. But it was nice.
That's good.
So that was about the sum total of it. Christmas in general was fine otherwise, but nothing too crazy. And that was the show. And afterwards, it was just kind of get back to some sort of streaming. Started working out again for the first time in 3 years. Got my ass kicked by some DDP yoga. Going to continue that. I was going to do that.
How
again tomorrow.
How is that?
DDP yoga?
I was thinking about trying it out.
Bro, I've been preaching this shit for years, even though I haven't been doing it myself. I've been preaching it for years. When I started doing DDP yoga, it had only just recently been changed, like the name changed to DDP yoga, because when I was doing it, we were still doing LAGTV. It was only it was 2012, 2011. And Dallas had just changed it from yoga for regular guys, not a very marketable name, to DDP yoga, slightly more marketable, and literally his namesake.
Yes.
So when that had gone down, it was still very small, and not like a huge number of people had it. And that's why he showed up on the stream that night, because they were, he was marketing like a madman. Anywhere and everywhere he could get his hands on some marketing. I can tell you right now, and I said this to other people when I was doing it the other day,
it ain't your mama's yoga.
It ain't your mama's yoga, for sure, because there's calisthenics, there's stuff that was incorporated when he was really injured to fuck when he was in his 40s and wrestling. And the doctor said, bro, stop wrestling. He had fused discs, fucked necks, everything was dead. Wife told him to do yoga. He said, fuck you, it's the 90s and men don't do yoga. She eventually won him over. He started doing it, combined it with what he was doing at rehab for his injuries, and then threw in the calisthenics part of it. And that became DDP yoga over time. And now there are a shitload of wrestlers.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah,
like Chris Jericho, who's getting up there, and he doesn't. He says he's literally never felt this good since he was in his 20s. And Jericho's a high flyer, so his body is
taking some beating,
fucking wrecked. But a whack of wrestlers do it. Mankind does it.
Mick Foley.
And of course, the famous thing. One of the famous things he did was Jake the Snake Roberts and Razor Ramon. Oh my God, I can't think of his other ring name right now. But basically, brought them into his home, did the DDP yoga thing, got them off of the endless drugs and alcohol, and now they're like fucking $1 million. Jake was on Joe Rogan podcast. Did you watch that one? Fire podcast, by the way.
Pretty dope.
If you think you had a rough life, go watch that one and see what Jake's been through.
See some shit.
And maybe you'll go, you know what? Life ain't so hard. It's not so bad. Scott Hall, that's who I'm trying to think of. Or the other name I'm trying to think of. And then and DDP himself was also on the podcast. He actually came
beforehand,
Jake.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as DDP yoga, I've been telling people this for a while. If you are only going to listen to one of my opinions ever,
all right, I'm gonna do it.
That's it.
I've been wanting to do some yoga because my joints are just fucked, and I just need to stretch more and just fucking.
Mine too. And it's not just yoga. It will strengthen you to fuck, and it will get your cardio up. There are a number of Ironman competitors that use it and reduce their cardio because this replaces the need for so much of it, and does wonders. It is very, very good. If you were only going to do, especially if you're overweight and you're trying to lose weight, or you're just trying to get generally healthy, you're not looking to be fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm not looking to get Arnold. I'm just looking to get back into shape.
So if you want long term, don't beat your body up at a gym with super heavy lifting and shit like that, and there's only one thing you ever did, if you just did DDP Yoga, you're good. And that's from like the age you are now until your ass is pushing 90. You just keep fucking going. And it's gotten big enough now that they're starting to include things like workouts for pregnant women, workouts for seniors, workouts for people who are
downloaded the app.
disabled.
The app, there's a lot going on the app.
App's fire.
Yeah, there's a lot
I
going
don't
on the app.
personally use it. I just have the DVDs. It's what I'm used to. But the app, you can hook a heart rate monitor up to it.
Yeah, I saw
it will
that.
track all of your shit. You get points that you can redeem on their website for gear and shit like that over time. Just as a
Yeah,
fun
I
little
just use the Versa. I
gamification.
use the Versa thing, so I think you can link your smartwatch.
Yeah,
up
you
to it
can
and shit.
you can link that up to it, and it will track all of your workouts, tell you calories burned, your average heart rate throughout the whole thing to tell you how you're doing, if you're taking breaks, things like that. Very good stuff. But just go do it. Just
All right.
fucking just
All
go
right.
and fucking. I'm not getting paid for this shit.
No,
Just go fucking do
no,
it.
I've been wanting to, so I'll do it.
So yeah, that happened.
Cool.
But you know what else happened?
What's-
A lot of shit, and we condensed it down to a few topics.
All right, let's do it.
Let's hit it up with a softball to start. Destiny 2 had a raid released, and in order to unlock a thing for the entire community, which was like the next kind of like forge area for people, the raid had to be completed by anybody, and then it's open for the whole community. The thing is, they stuck a
puzzle.
ridiculous fucking puzzle at the end that apparently, so there's one guy, I can't think of his name, that has been like either the first or close to the first to do most of the raids that are released. Like he does them like the first 24 hours. He's a big Destiny streamer. He obviously tried to do the same thing with this one. Dude was up 28 straight hours. Didn't get a dent in that puzzle. The community, like 60,000 people on board trying to help him. The power of the internet. They couldn't figure this shit out. So, of course, because people are a bunch of bitches, they started complaining about the fact that the puzzle was too hard, and they wanted to just be able to access the content, and that it was stupid to hold back all the content until the puzzle was solved. It was only 28 fucking hours since it was released. They were already complaining about this problem.
That's the whole point of a puzzle, is be tough.
Exactly. So Bungie found a nice middle ground. They said, all right, guys, you tried. We see that it was really, really difficult. There is a downside to the puzzle that I really don't agree with. They only let you see, like, the puzzle for, like, a minute or some shit. And then you have to solve it based on that. So you don't have much time. And if you only had, like, a minute or so
you
to
check the
solve
VOD.
it. There was some sort of time limit attached to like how much time you had to try and solve it, and if the time limit ran up, then you basically had to redo the entire raid up to that point.
Rip.
And that's
Rip.
a fucking pain in the ass. So they came out and they said, all right, guys, we understand. Maybe not the best move by us. We're going to open up all that content for people now, but we're still going to give. It was a couple of like minor cosmetic stuff. Somebody finishes the puzzle and it's a very tough puzzle, you're still going to get something for it. You'll be able to show the community, hey, look at my big penis.
Yeah.
I did the thing.
Great.
People then, of course, complained about the fact that they unlocked it because you can't win, and now here we are. But in a tangent to that, not a tangent, but a kind of a going hand in hand, Bungie has reclaimed full publishing rights to Destiny, developing and publishing. So they're still part of Activision, but they basically get to do whatever the fuck they want when it comes to Destiny. So they're no longer stuck on the Activision schedule where you absolutely have to have a game every single fall or major content. So now they get to have their own roadmap for Destiny.
That's good.
And not have Activision breathing down their neck and do it on their own terms. Whether or not that results in a better product, we'll find out. I'm going to assume there's a good chance that it does.
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't.
So that's and that just happened like today. That went down. So that was pretty big. So that was another thing that happened.
Great.
Still not making me want to play Destiny 2. I played Destiny 2 all the way up through the content to where this raid is. And
Yeah.
Still, I still think it's the best shooting experience available. For everything else, there's literally anything else.
Yes.
And that's pretty much Destiny in a box. But maybe now, Bungie wave their magic wand.
It could turn into the Halo we wanted.
Oh, which Halo is the next Halo is coming. Maybe that Halo
Maybe
is
that
the Halo
Halo
we
is the
wanted.
Halo we wanted.
It's possible.
Who knows?
Unlikely. But
It's very unlikely.
it's possible.
But
Are
it's
you?
possible.
If Halo came out and it was decent, if it was good, would you give it a rip? Would it have to be on PC before you get? Because you don't own an Xbox.
Yeah, I think I don't give a fuck what kind of Halo comes out. Nothing's gonna get me to go and buy this Xbox.
There you go.
I've never owned an Xbox One ever, and I'll never own an Xbox One.
For a ball.
I'll get the new Xbox as long as they have some nice exclusives that I want to play and shit.
Yeah.
But the only console I ever run out to buy just to have is the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So the next generation PlayStation, I'll have that shit release. Anything else? The only other thing I'm buying now is if I buy another console anytime soon, it's going to be like a new Switch.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to revamp the Switch, which I'm sure they're going to have like a way better model.
That's a this year coming thing. Yeah.
So we'll see what the new Switch looks like, and then it'd be like, oh, okay, here you go, Kayla. Merry Christmas. Have my old one. I'm going to go get
I'm getting the new one.
I'm getting the new one.
I'm getting the upgrade.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I mean, I would love Halo to be less shit. I'm hoping that they take out so much of the garbage that they put in over the years.
Yeah.
I don't want a jump pack.
No. We went through that on the last podcast.
We did.
We don't want any. We don't want any
of that.
Just strip it down to Halo.
Make it work.
Just make it Halo
It's
again.
not that fucking hard.
Make Halo great again.
Well, for them, it probably is hard at this
It's
point.
probably
dude.
fucking
probably
super hard.
Super hard. Yeah.
But you never know. With no Activision breathing down their backs, it could happen.
Maybe. Well, they're not the one. They're not. 343 Studios is Halo now. It's not Bungie necessarily.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna suck still.
Yeah, probably.
So we'll see.
Next up, I'm gonna move one of those down. Let's go with. Oh, this is a fun little thing. So we were talking about the Epic Store, and that we're probably going to end up having something almost every week about the Epic Stores or making more and more moves for it. The latest move is that the Division 2 by Ubisoft is not going to be on Steam. It's going to be on the Epic Store, and then of course Ubisoft's own launcher, Uplay. So they're skipping Steam.
Okay.
They're going Epic plus their own launcher. How do you feel about that for Ubisoft for a game like Division 2, which
I think
is
it's
one of their biggest hitters?
I think it's good for Ubisoft.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the last Division was received very well. I think that there was like an expansion or some sort of patch that came out that did a lot better. But I think the game needs almost a new fresh start, and I think that this is going to be a good fresh start for them to have, because on the Epic launcher, there's so many people that see it.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, it's the only, and from what I know, it's the only shooter, like competitive.
It's one of the first like AAA, not indie-ish related game that isn't an Epic game.
Yes,
that I know of that's been announced for release on the launcher. Yeah.
So it might be just enough freshness to get people that were like kind of about the last Division, or people that even haven't bought one yet, to go, you know what? I see this every day when I fucking boot up the goddamn Epic launcher. Let me give Division a try. I'm tired of battle royales for the day. Let me download this and give it a try. I also think it'll be great that if it sells really well, and it does well, I think this is going to be good news for the Epic launcher, and it's going to put more money in the pockets of the Division.
Yeah. It's
and it takes away some power from Steam, which is always good.
I'll be interested to see, how it goes down, because the first few AAA titles that make this move, it's testing the waters with how pliable the Steam community is with having other launchers to access.
Everybody's
their
got
games.
Epic launcher to begin with. Let's not pretend like everybody.
But there'll be enough that kick up. It doesn't take the majority to make changes.
Not. But I still feel like, and most people probably have the Ubisoft launcher anyway, if they're Division fans.
Exactly.
So it's not like,
I don't think it's messing with it. I mean, nobody likes Uplay, but
nobody likes Uplay.
It is kind of, it is what
but
it is.
You have it because
you have it
because you have
there
to.
are games that you pretty much want to have on Uplay.
Yes.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Personally, I agree with you. I think it's great to be on Epic Launcher. I think that it's great. I think it's actually better for Epic Launcher than it is for the Division, or there is more risk for Ubisoft here than there is for Epic.
I agree.
Because it is a high enough profile game that it shows that people have faith, the developers have faith in the Epic Launcher, but at the same time, it's really more of the risk is on Ubisoft for not putting themselves on Steam than anything.
Yep.
And I would be interested to know if Epic paid them any amount of money to keep it off of Steam and only put it on Uplay
For like an exclusivity type deal.
For some sort of exclusivity for third-party launchers, because it's not like they're so exclusive it's only on Epic's launcher, which would be dumb as fuck because they had to put it on their own launcher. Otherwise, why do they have their own launcher? But not putting it on Steam is basically almost like having exclusivity with Epic
Well,
Launcher.
they might be making a statement too. They might just be making a statement to Steam. You're taking too much of our fucking money.
Quite possible.
And yeah, sure, they probably could have went on Steam, but they also know if they go on Steam and people have the Epic Launcher or Steam and they're paying the same price, they're just going to buy it on Steam, which is going to defeat the purpose. I shouldn't say completely defeat the purpose, but if you give them an option, they're going to go to Steam. If you don't give them an option, and they're gonna buy the game,
They'll go.
They're gonna go to the Epic Launcher,
Yeah.
or they're gonna go on the Ubisoft shit, and they're gonna buy it, right? So I think that's actually a smart thing.
Yeah.
And I think it also sticks it a bit to Steam. And I think if enough AAA titles do what they're doing right now, Steam will be forced to lower their profit shares. They're just going to.
Yeah. I want to know what the next few AAA games are going to be that aren't Epic games on this launcher. I want to know what the next power plays are going to be, and I suspect that there's a possibility, regardless of rev share, you can't deny the size of Steam and the user base. So I have to assume that the first few are going to get enticed by Epic, monetarily speaking, in some way, shape, or form. One, because Epic can afford to do that shit, no questions asked, and two, it lets them fill up their launcher faster early on, because this is first impressionsville.
Yep.
And when they get on that bus and they start fucking moving, if people are pissed off about it in the first couple of swings, they're dead in the water. They've got a lot harder to work their way back up. All eyes are on this launcher because it's the first what people feel like is the first real threat to Steam ever. Nobody's ever looked at the other publisher launchers and gone, yeah, that's a threat.
Yeah,
No. But this, because Epic is putting other games on there,
yeah,
that's a totally different ball game.
Yep.
And it will be very fun to watch. But for Division 2, congratulations, Ubisoft, making big plays. I'm hoping the Division 2 doesn't suck balls, because I kind of liked the Division 1, because it has a
lot of promise.
It's the same kind of idea as Destiny in terms of the gameplay loop, but just a different genre within that genre.
Yeah, it's a great genre to play too.
They just need to slow the fuck down on the bullet sponge, because it is worse than even Borderlands.
It's bad.
Shit takes forever to fucking kill.
It's bad.
Yeah. So hopefully that's no longer the case. I doubt it's going to be different, but here's to hoping. What's the next one we got? All right, let's move into what is essentially the Blizzard block of our talk here.
Some meat here.
Let's start with this one. It's almost like Blizzard's got some fucking saboteur in that company, just turning the knobs and pressing the buttons and making this shit happen, because this is a weird nonsense. Overwatch saw a very interesting thing happen. Did you hear about this player that was faking being a girl and got on a pro team?
I thought I heard something about that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there was this, they stopped playing shit because, or maybe this was something totally different, but I heard about this. Keep going.
Yeah. So they have, so there's the player's account name is IAmEllie, and they just went by Ellie or whatever, right? And they ended up getting on a contender team, I think is what it's called. So it's not like the main teams, but it's like the
B team.
It's like it's almost like the farm league kind of deal. Yeah, it's the just below
the pros
notch, right? And so they have this player playing really well. They're streaming on Twitch and everything, not showing a camera or anything like that a couple times, but they had a female voice in the background and whatnot. I think they might have even, I don't think they ever showed a face to my knowledge, but regardless, they did a lot of fuckery to make this person seem like it was a girl playing. And of course, everyone was hopping on board the hype train when Ellie gets picked up by this team. Because anytime a female gets put on an esports team, no matter the level in which the esports team is, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Kind of like what happened to, what was her name? Grigori, it starts with a G of some kind. I can't remember. But she's on like one of the actual Overwatch League teams. I think she still is. I can't remember if they removed her or not. But she ended up getting put on the shittiest team in the entire league. But they all thought that she was like, they treated her like God because she's the only female in the league. And on the competitive ladder, she was crushing people mercilessly. And so the same thing's happening here with Ellie. And lots of hype building up around her and whatnot. Gets on this team. And then some weird shit starts happening, not showing up for certain things, not wanting to do press-related stuff like social media pushes and things like that, not wanting to show, face or be in like meetings and things, and they was always citing like personal reasons. And then people start going, this is fucking weird, and some people start going, you know what? I bet you this chick is fake. I bet you somebody's bullshitting us right now, playing us, and so because Reddit starts theory crafting, right? And they start doing the Da Vinci Code shit. They start looking at all the info, and it's like that. It's like that the gif of
all the math coming.
The guy is just the math. And they're figuring this shit out.
The equations are happening,
and
science is happening.
Science is happening, and they're putting it all together, and they're connecting the dots. And they've got all the red string out, and they're tying shit around the wall, and they're fucking connecting them. And somebody went, you know what?
It's got a penis.
It's not a girl. To which, of course, everyone went, you sexist fuck. Because, we're still in that time.
Yes.
And so that all happens. People Kotaku and the usuals put out a spiel. As soon as they didn't put out a spiel until people started saying that it wasn't a girl because it's not salacious enough news.
Yes.
Until it's a point of sexism. Now we can talk about it because now we can put down the fucking toxic masculinity flag. And so this happens, and then no shit, like I don't even know if it was 24 hours after the shit went up. It might have been. As it turns out, one of the players that Reddit was theory crafting, they thought that was who was faking it, like playing for this, like as this person.
Oh.
Turns out they were fucking right. Oh, they connected the dots.
Oh, shit.
They made it happen.
Oh.
They were outed. Then the team came forward, and even the team said, yep, guys, we got swoondled. We didn't vet this person well enough. Apparently, they were in a bit of a scramble to find a player. They needed to fill a slot, but so they didn't vet them properly. They said you're fucking good. There's no reason. They didn't see enough red flags. They said fuck it, whatever, we'll take it.
And it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, right?
And so Kotaku, right, has to put an update and goes, so apparently it was who they were saying it was. And I was just like, oh, you got had, Kotaku.
Get fucked.
And so what they were saying was, what was it? The guy who did it, and then like the friend who originally said, yeah, guys, I hate to tell you, but it was that guy. They were saying it was like putting it off as a social experiment. See what would happen. And if it was,
is he kicked off the team?
Obviously.
Yeah.
But whether or not it was a social experiment, it played out like one, and it showed all the bullshit that goes on. It's the fucking it's the overhype. It's the fucking hop on the toxic masculinity shit and fucking shit all over that and just pump it out news everywhere. And then surprise, motherfucker!
I got a dick.
Get fucked. So that was funny.
All right, that's cool.
So that was the thing that happened. But life goes on. Nothing changes. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
The next part of the Blizzard block here is a Blizzard employee, male employee, who is apparently of Mexican descent or origin, posted a twit longer that was kind of like almost the same kind of idea as in the past, the women from other video game companies talking about discrimination that they were running up against, and like the sexual harassment aspect that we saw a lot of, and a lot of legitimacy in those for
course,
sure.
yeah.
And then so we get this one, and it's a guy this time around.
Oh.
And it wasn't sexist. It wasn't sexual harassment this time around, because it's a guy. It's not.
Was he
it
getting
doesn't happen,
alphaed?
but it's uncommon. No, it wasn't an alpha necessarily.
Okay.
But it was a female. I think it was if I remember correctly, it was a female coworker. He was working within the Hearthstone section.
Okay.
Okay, the esports Hearthstone area, I believe at the time, and around the office and during discussions and stuff, this coworker, whether it was a male or female, I guess it doesn't really fucking matter. Because it was a matter of racism. This coworker kept bringing up the fact that because he was Mexican or whatever, he wouldn't, or like the machismo stereotype of Mexican men with women in regards to women and things of that nature. She would hold that, or the other coworker would hold that over them, so like you wouldn't really, you don't get it because you're whatever, and you probably think this way or whatever. Kind of probably putting off as a joke, but you say that enough times,
it becomes reality for them.
It's reality now,
that's what they believe.
and that's what they're believing now. They're telling you, right?
Yeah.
And so that started spilling into kind of meeting scenarios. Higher ups would come into the office. It was another female higher up. I know that employee. I didn't know these guys, but the one that came in, that was like more of almost a manager-ish type. I know I've seen her around before. It was a female employee because apparently they kind of did the little team up girly girl thing. Like guys can do the same thing, but she was like agreeing with her about this stuff with the guy.
Okay.
And so it was a lot of like racist bullshit.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. So follow me on this trail a bit, and I'm going to get your opinion on the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay. So this starts happening. Obviously, he becomes uncomfortable in the situation, because it might have been at first you might have been able to like laugh it off. Now you're going, all right. Now you're actually just being racist.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it starts spilling over into meetings and stuff like that and whatnot, it starts like other employees start treating him a bit differently. He's trying to prove his worth. He's working really long fucking crazy hours. He chooses to. He works super long crazy hours. Nobody's enforcing this necessarily, but he's working like, 10, 12, 14-hour days.
He's on the grind.
Usually a crunch time period thing, but he was just doing it throughout to get some stuff done, trying to make it all happen. Eventually, his I guess what would be considered his team lead or something like that. When it came time to giving credit where credit was due, it was not necessarily. He felt like he wasn't even being brought up anymore. It was just like, we did it. Oh yeah, well, and never even mentioned him. And he felt like it was because of all of this
Stuff
racist
that was going
stuff
on.
that built up to this, and maybe it did for sure. It's not like that's impossible. And he started getting really super anxious at work, like a lot of anxiety at work because it was happening so frequently. And he eventually gets to the point whereby he starts having kind of like breakdowns at work and running out of meetings, like sobbing and shit like that level of having a breakdown.
Okay.
Start going to the doctor. Doctor, saying you're
stressed out, bud.
A hell of a lot of stress, a hell of a lot of anxiety. We need to work on trying to, solve this problem type shit, because the doctor mentions multiple times in this twit longer that the doctor was noticing that his health was rapidly declining. Which happens when you're stressed.
When you're stressed to fuck. Stress will kill you.
So as this is all happening, he continues to go back to work. He brings it up. Obviously he mentions it to higher ups, expresses his concerns about it and whatnot. Apparently, nothing happens. It just continues to kind of the wheel keeps turning. So he's just getting worse and worse. Mental health getting worse and worse and worse, and getting worse to the point where he starts having to take like 2-3 days off at a time from work, being at home. Mentions at one point he was out with his wife for dinner or something, and then as soon as he walked back in the door, he got home, he literally passed out. He blacked out. and then woke up.
Yeah, no, that's no.
That was the level. So this is the level we're at, right?
Yeah, no.
Very high.
Yeah, no.
Eventually gets to the point where, if memory serves, 90. He takes like something that you have access to at Blizzard. Probably most companies. I don't know, but it was like a 90-day mental health.
Yeah, short-term leave.
Yeah, short-term leave. You're gone 90 days, right?
Yep.
So he takes that, obviously continues to see his doctors and stuff and trying to work through it. He's still having these times at home where he's sitting on the couch and he's just like freaking out. And then when he goes back after this 90 days and he sees one of the people, he immediately starts having like he literally, I think if I remember, I'm almost positive it's out there. You'll be able to fact check me. Mentions PTSD and triggers all over the place, and immediately falls right back into that, getting worse and worse and worse. Continues to go to work, taking 2 days off, going back to work. This is all still going down. I think at some point he also submitted to get moved to a different department, different area, while that was in process. And then it gets down to Christmas time or something, and his wife, I think, was gone to visit family or was away for a bit. And while she was gone, he literally was mapping out his suicide, where he was going to hang himself. He lists, like he said, he knew where, the length of rope, everything that needed to happen for the suicide.
Jesus.
And then didn't. And that might have even been during the 90-day deal, because I might be getting my timeline mixed up. But the more important thing for me right now is to outline all of the points that he hit. And a lot of this stuff was repeated multiple times in this twit longer. Like he repeats himself quite a bit in terms of what he was like, what had gone on, et cetera, et cetera. So we're talking about a person that gets to that point, and then he eventually, I guess, leaves the company. Once he's got to this point where he's suicidal.
Yeah.
And not just suicidal, but like continue, like he said, thinking about suicide like all the time. And so he posts this up and sends it off into the Twitterverse,
into the ethos,
into the ether. And so, okay. What is your take on that? I know you didn't read the twit longer, but the summary is racist comments build up to the point where the guy can't really take it anymore.
Yeah.
He expresses
nothing
his concerns,
changes.
Nothing changes. He continues to go back to work. It keeps happening.
It just fucks him mentally.
He asks to be moved to a different department or whatever, and might even at one point, but just keeps continuing. His mental breakdown is worse until 90-day leave. Goes back again. Same shit keeps happening, whatever. Eventually leaves the company after he's long since got to the point of suicidal thoughts, to the point of, I guess, measuring the rope required. So what is your take on that situation?
I mean, first off, it's really unfortunate that he went to such a dark place from, feeling uncomfortable at work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and call him a bitch or anything like that, or
Obviously not.
Or be like, dude, like, just, fucking quit your job or deal with it.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's fucked him mentally.
Yes.
And that can happen to anybody under different circumstances or even the same circumstances.
Yeah.
Obviously the guy really takes a lot of pride into his work. If he busts his ass the way he was busting his ass, these comments, and it's like that. I used to know people that got anxiety from certain people at work.
Yeah.
So like, they may not even have been dealing with racism or sexism or whatever, but just a confrontation with an individual. It's like being at school. You ever have a bully at school?
Yeah.
And then you go to school, but you're anxious as fuck, and you're trying to avoid this person at all costs.
Yeah.
Or even just seeing them in the halls, just ruins your whole day. I mean, it's just can fuck you up. So I get that. I totally get it. I'm not sure exactly what he can do about it. It seemed like Blizzard did the right thing by allowing him 90-day leave to kind of get his shit together. It's unfortunate, and I don't know because I haven't read the twit longer, and I don't have the other side of the story. But I don't
think
know.
We've heard of Blizzard side yet.
Yeah, so we don't know if on the inside they were actually doing more than what this person is saying, because obviously he is in a weird mental state. And I'm not downplaying what he's saying by any means, but we don't know.
One side.
It's only one side. They may have made multiple changes.
Which the same goes for all of these twitlongers we've had over the course of the last year and a bit. We're only really ever getting one person's take.
But if it is true that there was racism and it drove him to the point of not feeling comfortable at work, which obviously sprinkled into his personal life and then has gotten to the point where he's had suicidal thoughts, and even more so to the point where he's mapping out his death while his wife is away.
Yeah.
That's scary, and he should continue to see help. And I'm not sure exactly how far. I mean, it's America. He could probably sue. He might even already be in the midst of a lawsuit.
No, he's not. He'd be awfully expensive to walk down that path.
Yeah.
Because Blizzard's got a lot of money.
He's got a fuck ton of money.
He does not have a lot of money.
No.
And
they would drag that shit
forever. And it's possible he's not going to sue because it's possible that he might not even have enough to build the case.
Yeah. Unless they admitted that there was wrongdoing by another employee, or one of the managers said, yes, we understand that there was an incident.
Him the 90 days, allowed him to take all these 2-day breaks,
days off, and when he needed it and stuff.
They didn't force him to go to work.
I'm sure there's a lawsuit there if he really went for it, and it's true what he's been going through emotionally. But it's probably something he doesn't want to go down, because it's probably something either he won't win or they'll drag for years to the point where, this will drive him even more mentally insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sad. It's just a sad story. I don't know what else to say about it.
I've got a hot take.
Okay.
I've got a hot take. It's going to be an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
On this one. And here's the deal. I agree with you 100%, and pretty much everyone that's going to read this, that the odds that there wasn't some level of discrimination here, pretty slim. Yeah. It's not like it's uncommon. So I'm not arguing that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it probably did. And it was probably fucking awful, and it shouldn't happen, and nobody should have to put up with that shit in the workplace ever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's going to sound cold as fuck. My sympathy only goes so far. And here's why. Blizzard, as a company, met him halfway on some parts of this. And this is why only having half of the story is really fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because they're giving him all this time and all this shit, and his job is still there through this whole thing. And it wasn't like he was a manager or some crazy shit. Mm-hmm. He was like your standard employee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that he was a valueless employee.
No, of course not.
But you know what I mean.
Yes, he's replaceable.
So Blizzard could have replaced him.
He's replaceable,
but they didn't.
Yeah.
And so that isn't to say that they could have looked further into. And we have no idea how far they looked into the level of this discrimination.
That's the most important
or anything.
Thing
We have
right
no
now.
idea.
Yeah, but we're going by what he's saying.
But if I just took what he had, right, and like I said, when you read the twit longer, and I urge you, if you have a moment at some point to read it, it's very repetitive and very, oh God, I'm gonna get fucking crucified for this, victim-y.
Mm-hmm.
But not in the way that the other people that we've talked about, the twitlongers in the last year, have been. Mm-hmm. They haven't really been victim-y. I got, before I had anyone else's take on this shit, I felt while I was reading it, I started feeling unsettled about it. I said, this is starting to get, because for me, at least, if I'm working at a company, even if it's Blizzard and it's a place I wanted to work with my whole life or work at my whole life, okay? If I'm married and it's not just me and I'm going through this process, and I'm experiencing discrimination in the workplace, and it's so bad that it starts to affect my mental health, and not just a little bit, but a lot. And then my health starts to degrade, and my doctor is telling me, "Hey, your health is getting fucked," and I keep going back like I'm the whipping pole and just taking it, and I go and I bring it up and I say, "Look, this is happening," and yet nothing happens again. And then at that point, at that juncture, my thought as an employee personally would be, I'm getting the fuck out of Blizzard.
Yeah.
Because here's where I'm at. My health is already going downhill. My doctor's telling me so. I'm experiencing discrimination that doesn't seem to stop no matter who I tell. Whether that's the employee that it's happening with or the upper staff that can enforce that employee to keep their mouth shut. If nobody seems to care, why in the fuck am I going to drag my ass back to that workplace if it's something that at a mental level I can't withstand? Some people might be able to take that and let it roll off their back and say, yeah, this shouldn't be happening and it's fucking bullshit and you're an asshole for doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to come here and do my work and I'm just going to have to let that shit go.
Yeah.
If you're not that person, and this guy's obviously not that person.
Yeah. No.
He's taking it
personally.
hard.
Yeah. He's taking it bad.
I leave the fucking company. I immediately start looking for work. I don't ask for a transfer to another branch of Blizzard. I get the fuck out of the company.
Yeah.
I start looking for a job elsewhere. And if I'm still in this for months and months and months, and I even have the first inkling in my mind of suicide, I go, all right, not only do I need to look for another job, I need to leave right now.
I'm gone immediately.
And I'll flip burgers at a fucking hamburger joint and go into debt for a bit.
Yeah.
Because my two options are shitty flipping burger job for a bit while I find another job in my category.
Yeah.
Plus maybe a little debt from bills.
Yeah. Or death.
Or suicide.
Yes. Yeah.
So my sympathy, and this is where I get cold and fucking weird, is that there has to be a point that for them as a person,
I see.
their options are, and they have a spouse that this is affecting. Imagine seeing your spouse come home, passing out after you've gone out for dinner, just blacking out and collapsing.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
It's a miracle he didn't have a heart attack.
Yeah. It's probably next.
So, like, you get to that point, you have to say, this is more than me now. And even if it wasn't more than me, the fact that I have sat down and thought about suicide to the point of measuring my rope.
Yeah.
Why am I still here?
Yeah. I think what I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't think what you said was not unsensitive or anything like that. I just think personally is I'm with you. But I also think that, having a mental breakdown.
It can be hard to see the bigger picture.
Yeah, because in his mind, he is the victim, and he could very well be the victim. I mean, there are tons of victims in the workplace or wherever, and you don't immediately go to blacking out or wanting to kill yourself. But we also don't know. Could have been overworking himself. Like he said, he's been working long hours, so he might be just drained.
That definitely didn't help.
It doesn't help.
No.
We don't know what else is going on in his personal life. So he also could be one of those people that his work might be his whole life. And then to lose that or feel like you're losing a grip on that might actually mentally cloud any type of reasonable judgment. Because to some degree, he was going to get help. He was going to the doctors, so I think he was like fully. He might even said, "You know what? Like I'm a strong person. I can get a grip on this. Some time needs to go by. I just ignore these two people that are giving me a rough time or whoever it is, and I can do it. And then it just starts to become a lot. So I'm with you. I totally agree that if it was me, I'm totally with you. I walk away from that. But then again, the mind can be a very deceptive and powerful thing that can make people do crazy things or think of doing crazy things. So I just don't know his mental state, but I'm with you. I think ultimately for me to give a full opinion, I just have to go by He's obviously
We're only ever going to hear him.
when he wants to kill himself or when he has those thoughts.
Yeah.
You have to be in a very dark place.
Absolutely.
And so I'm gonna chalk it up to depression and like
Burnout,
deep depression, burnout, and those are all things that I have to just
and probably somebody who's not like I was mentioned before, not somebody who can bear that kind of stuff to begin with.
Yes, and everybody's different, right?
Exactly.
And also, it also different people take things differently.
Yeah.
So what might be push you to the edge, might seem idiotic to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Work, could be the end of the world for somebody, or a spouse health could drive somebody mad, or whatever. So it really depends on the person. So when it comes to a mental thing like that, I can't judge fully. I look at it and I go, oh, if it was me, I probably would have done what you said, where I'm like, listen, I'm thinking about killing myself, and I've never had these thoughts before, so I need to end this now. Like because I have people to live for here, and I don't want to kill myself. But I've been having these thoughts, and it is totally correlating with my work, and I need to walk away from this job. Period. Whether I feel like I'm being treated whether it's my own doing or people are treating me to the point where I feel like I need to do this. So my opinion is, I see your opinion, and I don't think it's insensitive. I'm gonna chalk it up to, listen, the guy's obviously mentally ill. It's driven him to this. I'm not gonna judge that. I think he needs some help. I think he needs to get the fuck away from Blizzard.
Absolutely.
And I wish him the best. And what may seem small to you or I may be world-changing to him. And, it's bullshit. I think if somebody drove him to that, it's wrong. And although he may not be able to do much about it legally or feel like he's been treated misfairly, the best thing he can do is walk away and learn from the situation. And that's the show. That's where I'm at.
I'm just sorry for him that it took him all the way to this point, because
he put himself through a lot of torture.
Repairing, being in a place where you now know that you've thought about suicide is a hard place to pull yourself back from. So hopefully it makes him a stronger person on the other side, and there's some sort of silver lining to it. But that was my take on it, is that it was there. There was. It felt like it was the first twit longer of one of those that I read where I didn't feel.
Well, it was probably very victimizing. But at the same time, it's in his eyes, and we're talking about a dude that was at the brink of measuring rope.
Yes, of course.
So in his eyes, probably the whole damn company is coming in on him. And he is the 100% victim. So, we're only getting one side of the story. And of course, that side of the story is going to be the worst, because we're talking to somebody that is clinically depressed. And on the verge of suicide.
Exactly.
I'm sure there's probably no silver lining in his thoughts.
No, definitely not.
Or thinking of things on the other end.
Definitely not.
If he gets looked at the wrong way at work,
it's probably
probably like PTSD. And his whole fucking world is crumbling. So you have to listen to him, but take it with a grain of salt to some degree until you at least get a statement from Blizzard.
Well, what the statement's going to be is pretty boilerplate. What are they going to say? Like, what are they really going to say?
They can't come out and fucking...
Like, what the fuck are they going to say? There's no win situation there for Blizzard, unfortunately.
It's time to walk away from that job.
So you just walk away from that job. That's my advice, is if you haven't already, get the fuck out of Blizzard. Why would you stay there? You know what? Follow Mike Morheim's example, because he's gone.
He's gone.
Not only is he gone in the sense of stepping down into an advisory role like he did when we talked about it last time, but it has been also just announced today that old Mikey boy is in April getting out. Period.
He's gone.
He's no longer advising.
He's taking his billions and bouncing.
He's getting the fuck out.
I'm gone.
And I don't blame him.
This place is shit.
Yep.
I'm gone.
It's getting worse. And coupling that, they lost 2 of their chief financial officers in the same week. In fact, I think it was in the same 24-hour or 24 or 48-hour period. They lost one to Netflix and the other to Square Enix.
Bye-bye. Dude, can you imagine what the fuck is going on behind the scenes at Blizzard right now?
Oh my God, the fire internally is just endless.
Employees are getting axed. People want to fucking cut rope.
I think I read, now don't quote me on this, I think I read that 100 employees also got cut. Now, what employees they were, Lord only knows. Blizzard's a big company.
They obviously weren't making mobile games.
But my God.
Damn, dude.
Blizzard is a hurting situation.
No, it's Activision. It's Activision with Blizzard's name slapped on it.
Oh,
they're losing everything,
God.
bro. They're losing Destiny rights. They're losing fucking Mike the God. He said, you know what? I went on a little advisory board here for 6 months, and I'm getting the fuck out.
I already don't want to advise this.
No, because now my name is still attached to this.
I don't want my name attached to any of this shit.
Yeah, bro. I told you this on the last podcast. I guarantee. He said this ship is sinking, and I need to get the fuck away. And I either think he was fired straight up.
Well, like I was saying
and
earlier,
he was
when
being
we were
defiant.
doing the booth
yeah.
was my thought is either A, what you just said, he wanted advisory to get a little separated, and then said no, this is just not going to work. Period. Or it was he was classic fired.
Yeah, he was canned.
But it was a two-parter to
ease
the departure time.
Yes, it was like he was doing it on his own terms.
Exactly,
and not
exactly.
Activision's terms, where
so,
they're like, pack your shit up and get the fuck out.
I think that's probably what happened.
Mike, we're not running this company like you did, bro.
No.
Sure, you made your billions, but we got shareholders now, son.
This is 2018, 2019. We've got to crank out the mobile
games. We got
games.
phone games coming, bud.
That's right.
We're axing Heroes of the Storm. StarCraft's coming. It's either you're on board or get the fuck out.
Oh, they also sent out a survey to a bunch of Hearthstone players, pros more specifically. This just happened a couple days ago, asking if they stopped all of the Hearthstone, Blizzard-sanctioned Hearthstone tournaments, if they would continue to play Hearthstone.
Well, the reality is they probably still would. It's one of those games that actually doesn't need an esport. It's one of those games that, like, everybody and their dog just kind of plays casually. It's coming, bro. I'm telling you, dude. Activision is going to axe the fuck down to the point where they're going to make it so Call of Duty is going to be their fucking mainstay.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen, dude. That's what's going to happen, bro. They're going to run WoW into the ground until the shit doesn't make money anymore.
WoW, Overwatch until the skins don't pay anymore.
That's right. And
then it's full mobile all the time.
That's what it's going to be.
I think we're going to get. I think my estimate right now is that they're canning, they're slimming, they're doing everything they can, and then they're dumping in all in new IP. And not a mobile game, but like a fresh IP. I think Activision went to Blizzard and said, I'm tired of seeing your same shit. Show me something new. And something that we can iterate on once every 365 days.
Yes.
So that we can milk the everlasting fuck out of it like we do Call of Duty.
Yes.
That's my guess. That's what's coming.
They see the money that Fortnite and these other games are making.
They're seeing
on the fly for nothing. And they're like, Blizzard, why are you running these games into the ground? Well, for one, people love the IPs, and number two, they're making us billions of dollars. Are these billions not enough for you? Apparently not. Let's make phone games and ruin everything people love.
Yep.
And we're just going to cater to China because China loves mobile games. So we're just going to crank out mobile games.
Dude, Bobby Kotick is so filthy fucking rich right now. It's disgusting. And he's just fucking everyone to get even more filthy rich.
Bro, Mike Morhaime straight up just bounced. He said it's over. When that dude walks away from Blizzard, and literally just like 2 months from the time that shit goes down, you manage to shit on your Diablo fans. You managed to destroy HOTS. You just said, here's the Storm's done. It's done. I mean, it was on life support to begin with, but now it's done.
Yeah.
Okay. You wait forever to announce WCS. People are on their edge about that. You're axing employees. People want to kill themselves when they work for you. And now the chief operator, the man, the guy who kept the passion at Blizzard. So that was the one dude that was keeping the passion because it's been going down here for a while.
Yeah,
but
we're talking like circa 2013.
This dude had strings on puppets.
Yeah.
At least putting on a good face where BlizzCon would happen and people would celebrate the fact that they still have games to play from just a couple month period. Oh, and they lost the Bungie shit.
Yep.
I don't even know if they lost it. They might have just give it.
Well,
they
no,
might have
Bungie,
just
Bungie bought it up. Bought it out.
Yeah, okay.
They took money from somewhere else and they said, "Give it to us." And you know what? Activision looked at it and said, "All right, look, we're probably not going to make that much money off of
Let
it.
them have
so
it.
let them have it.
Yeah, let them have it.
Let him have the fucking the title."
I'm telling you, man, it's going to be 2019 is going to be a very rough year for Blizzard. They're going to lose so much money. I mean, they're going to lose money on money on money. And then those mobile games are going to come out. And they're going to start cranking in money. And then they're going to realize, oh, this is actually working for us.
This is where the money is.
This is where the money's at. And then all the games that you love, they're just going to start to slowly die out.
Get fucked.
And all those IPs are going to go to mobile.
Yep.
All of them. And we're not going to play them, but China will. They're going to play the shit out of those
they're
games.
Gonna play the
and then Bobby
fuck out of
Kotick
them.
is just going to be at the top of the fucking mountain printing money.
Was it him and one other guy? I can't think off the top of my head name. Own like 23% of Activision Blizzard.
Holy fuck.
Individually.
Jesus. Fuck.
Can you imagine how much money that is?
No. I can't.
I mean, there's only I think, is it 2 companies listed on the stock exchange? You know, the is it the 500? I can't remember now. And it's Electronic Arts.
Yeah.
It's Activision.
Yeah.
And that's the show basically.
Yeah.
And they are worth
billions.
So much money.
Billions with a B. So
that happened.
It's been rough for Blizzard.
Been a little rough. Not looking good. I don't have
Bethesda and Blizzard having a bad time.
If I was Kramer, I'd sell.
Oh, fucking right.
Sell.
Buy in the bottom.
Sell
now and buy the bottom.
Yep.
Because then when those mobile games come out, the stock is gonna go Hasid, Sun Yan Yan Yan, and then the
roof,
and the reputation's gonna go Hasid,
and it won't fucking matter.
No, dude,
because the mobile games are gonna be making the money.
Gonna be
shoveling that shit.
Shoveling money, bro. They're gonna be shoveling money. Shoveling it.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes. Yeah.
Some real fun shit happened on Twitch this week, let me tell you.
What now?
I don't even know if you know of either of these things, but let me just let you know some of the good shit.
Didn't somebody end up fucking on Twitch this week?
Well, sort of.
Okay.
Let me give you some foreplay first, Jeff, before we get to the fucking. Let me give you some foreplay.
I like to just go into the fucking. To be honest with you.
Sometimes you don't last very long if there's too much foreplay involved.
Spit on there and go in.
The courtesy spit.
Yes.
All right, so 2 girls just were like making out passionately for like an hour or some shit.
Nice.
And that was the stream.
That's a great stream.
It was just a camera, and I saw like Gabs showed me because she was looking up information about the next one I'm going to tell you about, and then she was like, "Oh, I've got something even better for you." And then she sent me. In fact, I might be able to get you to have some real-time reaction.
I'd love to see it.
I might be able live reactions.
The new thing.
I'd get my Wi-Fi going here, but yeah, it was literally. I'm just looking at a screen of.
Where do I find this?
It was just 2.
Oh, do you have it on?
Chicks.
Do you have it under?
No, I don't have a link or anything like that. No. And in fact, I might be conflating which one she sent me. She might have sent me the other one. Let me see.
I'm just gonna Google 2 chicks make out on Twitch.
Yeah, you'll probably get a bunch of them from over the years, honestly.
Cam girls who also stream on Twitch. 2 hot chicks make out. Maybe this is just a generic 2 hot chicks make out video.
Oh no, she sent me the other one. So I didn't get a chance to see, I guess, the other one. But anyway, that happened.
Okay.
And just so I saw like a GIF of it or something. I can't remember who tweeted it out. Otherwise, we could have been able to figure that out. But it wasn't like the we're gonna kind of like make out, haha, have a giggle, kind of a laugh. It was like they were getting ready to scissor me timbers type shit. Like almost like the drunk sorority girl, I'm going to experiment type deal. Like they were giving them the business.
Okay.
Okay. So that happened. And then I have no idea what happened with that channel. I don't know if it got banned. I don't know. And if it did, it probably only got banned for like fucking 5 minutes. Anyway, the bigger and better follow-up to This Week in Twitch TV.
There's better?
There's more.
Okay.
2 people got high as fuck. And some chick blew a dude right on camera.
Yes.
Right on fucking camera. Is this going to work if I...
The Twitch BJ. Let me.
Oh, I know. I got you, bro. If I,
You know what I agree? If someone is giving or getting a BJ on Twitch, then their parents have failed them. No.
Right here. Just give that a look-see. And dude, this dude is so fucking blasted on some shit. I don't know if he's on Molly. I don't know what the fuck he's on. Reddit was theory crafting a bit as to what it was. But the girl comes up after she's done. Yeah, straight up. He's like hand on head and shit. He's just getting into it. Finishes. She gets up. Just looks at the camera. Gives him a kiss on the side of the face and shit. She is blasted, bro. He's getting a full-blown fucking work.
Oh, this dude is getting his dick sucked.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
that happened.
Oh, yeah, she's toast. She is. All right, now she's on the floor. Oh, she's pulling up her pants. This chick looks like the type of chick that would blow you on stream.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Look at how high they are, dude.
She is fucking baked.
Look at their eyes, bro.
This guy is literally just fucking
just
giving
hand
her
on head type
Hey,
shit.
You know what, buddy? You do your thing, man. You got a $3.32 donation. You know what?
You know what the $3.32 donation's for? It's like fucking tuition or books, like university books, like school books.
Dude, he is bobbing. She is fucking bobbing hard, bud.
Dude.
School books.
That's
up.
School.
School book. Guy gets a blowjob while streaming. This is amazing. Dude, this
happened.
This website's awesome. I mean, this shit never happened before. This shit happens weekly now, bro.
That's a weekly occurrence.
It's a weekly thing on Twitch.
So alongside of that, something else.
So is he banned? Obviously, he's banned.
I fucking
This channel better be. What's that
perma-banned.
channel? If that channel is still running, bro, I am done. If that channel, I'm shutting the fucking podcast down. What's her name? It's obviously her stream. She's blowing the dude, right?
Definitely not. It's definitely his.
Dude, there's some really girly shit going on in the background, man. There's like hearts and shit.
Are you really gonna go?
Is there books for him? That's the fucking. He's asking for school book money? Dude, that channel's got to be banned. Does anybody know if this channel is still live on thing? Like, what was the name of that channel?
Unfortunately, the Twitch thing got deleted. The VOD clip. So I'm trying to see if somebody posted the channel.
Somebody's got to figure that out, right? Somebody on the stream chat has got to figure out. But yeah, that dude got his dick sucked live. Oh, there's the makeout session.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, these chicks are. That looks like they're about to eat each other.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck.
And
man.
that's not like we just threw up this Twitch stream for fun.
Oh, there's tongue.
Like there's overlays and shit going on, and the chat's up. Like there's been like this looks like a channel that has been on for some time. You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit.
Like over Christmas break and shit, there were like Russian cam girls that were like spam creating accounts and literally streaming porn.
Yes, I saw that.
So that happened. This is not what that is. This is literally an average dude strung out on some fucking whatever the hell he was on, and her too, getting blown.
Etol. His name's Etol.
And then these chicks just going at it like crazy. And this is just, what the fuck is Twitch TV?
Twitch.tv/Etol11. Let's see if his channel's probably gone.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, and hopefully that's permanent. If that shit ain't permanent, then I give up.
It's got to be. I mean, this video.
What's the
clip
girls' channel though? Do we know the girls' channel?
I assume that was her channel. It's
No. I'm talking about the makeout stream. Like, what about that channel?
Oh, that's definitely not gone. I can guarantee that shit is still running.
There's no way.
And look, sugar daddy of the day.
Oh
baby.
my God! So this has been a stream that run like look, dude. That is
The classic cosplay donation bar. I love this, man. Where's the whiteboard in the back?
overlays.
Damn, these
really
chicks
well
are fucking
no,
going.
dude. They're going deep.
They're soaked right now.
Like I said, it's some sorority, university, college, like experimental type shit where you see it and you're like, God, slow your roll.
Damn.
Get a room.
They are in a room.
Well, with one without a camera on.
Well, you're just on the wrong site. That's all it is.
Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
The makeout girl stream got a 7-day ban. What
Oh
the
my
fuck?
fucking Jesus.
Stop the madness.
Here's the good news.
Twitch
The blowjob stream got banned.
permanently?
I think so.
Okay, so there's hope.
Yeah, it's been happening more and more. 3 days ago, some dude got banned for getting a blowjob on stream. Also, back in like November, some girl got banned for blowing a dildo on Twitch. Staff needs to be more strict. Sadly, it keeps getting worse. Dude, there's like fucking huge articles about all this shit.
Yes.
It's getting
well,
bad.
no shit. Look at it.
Yeah, 7-day ban for the groping and the makeout session.
You can't be serious though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's impossible.
That's what I'm saying.
Twitch Thought TV.
Yes.
Get your sweaters now.
Yes.
Just don't wear them on camera.
Fuck it. Wear them on camera.
No, I'm saying just be naked.
Oh.
If you're a chick anyway.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the bans are basically non-existent.
Damn, dude. Those chicks are going at it.
Yes.
I watched that 3 times now, guys. Damn. Yeah, that dude straight up got a BJ. He only had 6 viewers. So the 6 viewer IRL, the 6 viewer
Fire.
IRL streams are getting wild.
Getting fucking crazy.
Woo! Getting the dick sucked. You would think that you'd get a BJ by accident, like you accidentally left the camera on. There's another
There was another girl also
All
who accidentally, oops, I'm still on camera, but she didn't know she was still streaming. She hosted somebody. Literally just, she definitely fucking.
She
like,
100%
I know
knew,
that there
bro.
are girls.
She wanting to go viral.
I know there are girls that, like, my girlfriend's one of them because she's heavy chested, where the moment that it is possible to take the bra off,
You take it off.
it gets fucking taken off.
Yeah.
However, I have never once walked into my girlfriend's office and just seen her there topless, titties, 5 sheets to the wind.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
never been there. It's
Yeah,
never happened. So she turns off her stream, and within apparently 5 seconds, and she got like 2 subs.
She's trying to go viral, man. That's all this is.
And so yeah,
Bro, there's another
wild.
stream. I'm not gonna say who they are because I don't want to start any drama. But there's another stream that has been going for years.
Years.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And I'll tell you about this after because I don't want to be that guy.
No.
Because I don't want to say I like their stream, but anyway, I don't want to say too much. But anyway, these guys, their stream should have been banned about 500 times.
Okay.
And it was sort of the same fucking thing.
Okay.
Where there has been
Wild shit.
wild hot tub girl makeout sessions, fucking just some borderline fucking shit. I've seen some clips now where I'm like, how in the fuck is this shit still running? So what's going on right now is I think a lot of these, it's getting to the point now where girls can't just have a stream and be successful. Now there's so much competition that the girls are now fighting
Each
for
other.
each other. It's like high school, right?
Yes, it is.
Where the girl there's the hot chick.
Yeah.
And
then there's the other hot chick.
there's the other hot chick. And everybody's and they're fucking each other's boyfriends and they've been everywhere. But now the hot chicks, now there's some new chicks coming in the school. You know when you get that new chick or the new guy, you're the new guy in school and you're like the fresh meat, but you're not a bad looking dude or girl. And if you just spice it up a little bit, you're gonna take shine from those other hot chicks. So now the hot chicks have got to go, well, shit. Now I just got to show my meat curtains. Now. Now we just gotta.
Oh, that went 0 to 100 real quick. We skipped a lot of steps and went straight to the.
Yeah. Now we gotta fucking make out. We gotta suck some dick. We gotta do whatever it takes. We gotta go out in the back of the pool and fucking grind
each other to R. Kelly music because it's topical.
It's to the point now where chicks, and I don't give a fuck. It's the chicks. It's not the dudes. The dudes aren't doing this.
Dudes do other stupid. Dudes do like self-harm, retarded, stupid shit. Like
but not at this. But not even at this. Like they're not this desperate. There are some crazies on Twitch that are dudes, but the girls. It's the girls that are crying out for attention. They want the money. Yeah. They want dudes to feed the money. They want to feel like they want their white knights. You know what I mean? The
White Knights make them a lot of money.
Oh, you're fucking right, they do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lonely 30, 40-year-old dudes that have money or that don't even have a lot of money that are just willing to feel it now. And the girls, man, they're going crazy, dude. They're going crazy,
We just watched a stream where two girls basically made out for an uncomfortably long period of time.
They're doing
and only got banned for 7 days.
They're doing anything they can for attention, bro. It's fucking insanity. When you're watching a chick literally live stream her entire life, where she needs to, you need to watch her work out, you need to watch her eat.
There were quotation marks around the workout part.
Yeah, because they're not working. They're not working out.
I mean,
right?
Technically, it's working out to somebody.
You know, it's like you got to pay to get on Snapchat. You got to pay to see a cosplay. You got to pay to see them in a bathing suit. They're going to sit at the pool in their backyard for like 8 hours and bounce around.
Apparently, you don't got to pay shit for anything anymore. They're giving you softcore porn right off the rip for free.
That's literally what it is, dude. What's her face? The worst one, that fucking chick.
Amaranth?
That bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'll straight up say, I don't give a...
Just went in on her.
Well, I mean, that's not even that going in. I mean, it's the worst. It's the worst there is. It's the worst there is. When you could see her sit out in her backyard.
Bouncing on fucking
inflatable dinosaurs with her fake contact lenses in her eyes.
It is true.
It's fucking bad, bro. But anyway, I'm going to end it there because I'm going to say something that'll get me in trouble. Because I want to go in. It's so fucking
We don't have to go in. Twitch goes in on itself.
Yes.
7-day ban for two girls giving out some softcore fucking pornography.
Jesus, it's bad, bro.
7 days!
7 days like a fucking Craig David song.
Trihex accidentally said the F word that isn't the F word and got a 30-day
ban.
full ban after he was immediately apologetic and freaked the fuck out.
Yes.
Then the other girl did it, had no remorse, chewed out of one of the fucking Twitch employees and got like a fucking 4-minute ban.
Oh, it's just it's crazy, bro. I'm in the wrong line of work now. You know what would be a blessing? Just remove the IRL section on the fucking site. Just
make it a different website.
Make a branch. Make a branch of Twitch.
Just like Justin TV turned into Twitch.
Yes, make Twitch IRL. Just Twitch.IRL.
They definitely still know or still own Justin.tv. Just
rebrand it. Make Justin TV great again. Just get rid of the IRL section and you will fix so much.
IRL.tv.
That's it. Or just make it on a different site so that you can get the filth off the fucking site. That's all you need to do. Make Twitch gaming again. It's really quite that simple. It's actually that simple. Just get rid of it. Force them to play games on the gaming site. I swear to God, things will things will get better. They will get better. It's horrible. It's horrible. And it's the females that are fucking the site. And I'll say it.
Literally.
And I will say it, and I mean it. It's not sexist. It's the fucking female streamers that are fucking the whole site up. It's not the dudes. The fucking dudes that were ruining the site got banned, and they're on YouTube gaming, or they're on fucking another site. They just get banned from going to airports and doing dumb shit, or fucking running down the street and fucking doing dumb shit. That shit gets banned.
Yeah.
But the fucking chicks, because they got tits and a vagina.
They just keep coming back.
They're fucking ruining the site. It's no longer a gaming site. And I'm not saying it because the females aren't gaming. Because there's plenty of great female gamers that are doing an amazing fucking job.
Shout out to Andy Munition.
But they're gaming. It's the ones that aren't. We don't need sex-driven ASMR. We don't need fucking cosplay streams that only have their tits out and they're painting nipples. It's all sex-driven.
You want to know the best meme? Here we go. Somebody comes into my stream and says, Adam, there's a stream going on right now. It's another one of those porn reposts, okay? I said, you can't be fucking serious. So I get on my other monitor. I pull up IRL and I start scrolling, and no joke, I said, guys, I'm gonna be real right now. Based on the thumbnails, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if one of these is the porn one or not, because they all look like low-key porn.
Listen.
I don't know.
Listen.
There was one chick with it was literally the fucking screenshot.
It's tits.
Was just her bending over.
It's tits.
And just tits in the camera.
Challenge.
Another one was Amaranth doing some sort of thing.
Yes, on a dinosaur.
In booty shorts that were more like underwear for a toddler. And then there was like fucking, and it was just like her ass in the fucking just in the camera.
Yes.
And then there was like three others. It was another one, couple that I've never seen before doing some shit.
I'm telling you.
And it was just tits and ass everywhere.
If we are over exaggerating, and we're not, I know we're kind of being a little comedic about it for just the sake of sanity, but I challenge you, whether you're watching this podcast right now, or you're listening to it on YouTube, or on iTunes, or wherever, and it's the next day, or the next week.
At any point in the day.
At any time. I challenge you right now. Just go. I'm that confident.
Well, it's pretty late. And
I don't give a fuck.
I might still.
I don't care. Go to the IRL section, and I can guarantee it, 90% female streamers and 85% titty streamers with their breast hanging out. That's it. Low cleavage. Their titles are going to be provocative, the vast majority of them. And when you click on there, it's only going to be, give me money. There's going to be whiteboards or some big D daddy dick of the day or some Snapchat. Subs get Snapchats. There's goals for goals. There's goals on goals on goals. I challenge you. You go there right now. It's chicks doing nothing. They sit in front of a fucking monitor and try and take your white knight money. That's all they do. That's the IRL section. You'll see a handful of people that are actually interesting or doing something creative, like making music or art or just not sucking the fucking site to death. I guarantee it. You go there right now, it's chicks. It's chicks. That's all it is. And they all have low-cut shirts, the vast majority of them. They're low-cut shirts. They're big-breasted women. Or they're going to get their boob jobs to collect more money. That's it. They don't go on the other sites that are meant for that because the competition's stiff and the men are cheap. You go to Twitch.
The men are also stiff.
And they're also stiff. You go to Twitch. The Twitch community is already primed to give. It's already a giving place. And then you go there, and there's a lot of nerds and a lot of gamers that haven't seen a vagina in their life, and it's like the perfect fucking tornado to just feed on the perfect demographic. And they do it. And I respect the hustle. But god damn it, it's annoying. It's just when you see chicks that are literally having 2-3 minute makeout sessions, and they're groping each other. And dudes are getting their dick sucked on stream. And you know why? Because there's an IRL section. If there wasn't an IRL section, what are they going to do? Are they going to play a video game? No. They can't. Their attentions can't be held that long. They just need to, all they do is they sit there and they read their chat. And they say, no, Jimmy, 1972 leet. Don't call me a dirty skank. That's not very nice. And then you've got fucking then you've got fucking RSRS Delcado 2287 donating $100 and saying, it's okay, Peachy. Everything will be all right, honey. They don't get you like I get you. You're lovely. I love your hair today. And that's what it is.
You look so pretty.
That's what it is. It's craziness. It's absolute craziness, bro. It's craziness. Congratulations. You've gained the system. And nobody wants to fix it. No, and it's all the streamers, dude. It's even the girl streamers that are legitimately gaming.
Again.
That are coming out and saying, the fuck?
I'm going to let you continue. I just want to preface or clear, because it's not prefacing, because this is mid-sentence, but we blame Twitch. We don't blame the girls.
No.
They're just out doing their thing, making their money.
I'm going to be honest.
Respect the hustle.
Yo, Twitch, let me do sex weapon again. Let me teabag a fucking piece of paper. Just let me do that. And I'll do it because it makes me money.
Sure.
Of course I'm going to do it. And there's nothing sexual behind it. I'm not like, oh shit, oh man.
Your balls aren't literally out.
Oh, the way I pelvic thrust this fucking lightsaber.
While your chair's like spinning around.
I'm sure people are getting hard.
So fucking sexual.
I'm sure people are getting fucking hard.
So sexual.
But no. But if only I had tits, I could wear low-cut shirts and sit there and have the perfect camera angle and bend over and wear baby cap shorts.
They can't help it, Jeff. They're big-breasted.
Jesus Christ, man.
They can't help it. Shorts are just comfortable.
I can't help it. I'm hung, but I don't fucking wear my Saks underwear all over the place so you can see my man bulge. Jeez. Stop the madness. Yes.
So yeah, they made out, and a dude got blown.
Great week.
This week in
It's
Twitch.
normal.
This week in Twitch.
It's a normal week. It's a little bit more aggressive than the huge, but it's, we're setting a new benchmark here.
Tune in next week, or what the fuck could possibly happen next?
Oh my God, man.
Absolutely insane. I feel like we we just repeat ourselves when we get on this because it's
I'm gonna keep going.
It's so aggravating.
I'm gonna do it every week until it changes. Every week there's gonna be a Twitch thought fucking segment.
Twitch Thought TV segment.
Where I'm just gonna vent. I'm just gonna vent.
It's probably gonna include something like guy gets banned for accidentally cutting himself with kitchen knife during cooking stream.
What's happening on Twitch.tv today?
For self-harm, and then 3 girls have a fucking orgy on camera and get banned for 24 hours.
This is the YouTube segment this podcast needs. This is the YouTube segment every week we give the world.
So many people do that already.
I don't know, but there's not a Twitch.tv segment. Every week we take, just like any other segment, we just take a moment to look at what kind of fucking mental craziness is going on this week in the world of Twitch.tv. I think it needs to be done.
Well, we're doing it anyway.
Yeah, well, now it needs to be like formatted so that we can cut out, we can highlight that, put it on its own little separate thing, and I'm sure we'll even put a great thumbnail of some boobs and some low-cut pants, and
we'll make tens of dollars.
Yes.
Tens.
It'll be the segment people have been waiting for. And we'll do it until we get an email from Twitch saying, guys, you're not allowed to do that because you're hurting feelings. and I'll even make that a segment when I get that email. Because this is just crazy. You know what? If you're going to do that shit, people are going to talk about it. It's just really, and everybody's talking about it. It's fucking, that's the good thing. 6 months ago, people were like, oh man, we better not mention it because you just never, now everybody's just like, fuck this. This is getting stupid. This is dumb. This is dumb.
It is wild. Mr. Black, hit me up with the sound of movies and TV.
Just remove the IRL section. Just remove it.
It's not going to happen.
Just remove it.
I will end it with this before we move on.
Remove it.
I still stand by the fact that I'm going to say within 2 years, 2 calendar years. It's a fresh year, so this is a good place to make this prediction. Twitch TV is going to have an 18+ dedicated section. That if you're going to do some shit that's a little outside the box, they're going to push the envelope a little more. You can't just straight up fuck on it. We're going to push it a little further. 18+ segment next 2 years.
I think legally they're going to have to do that pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think we're at the point now.
But their options would be write it into the TOS so that it isn't on their fucking gaming website.
Yes.
Or literally turn it into a campsite at that point.
I actually think that that's a great idea. I think, listen, we're not complaining at the fact that these women are doing this.
It's the TOS.
It's the TOS. It contradicts itself. Or it's just not being enforced, or it's being selectively enforced. So, it's either just axe it all or just move it. Just move it away from what we do so that we don't have to complain that number one, it's taken away shine from actually good content creators that are creating actual content. And I know content is subjective. And people can enjoy what's-her-face in her pool or bouncing around on a dinosaur and looking pretty or, or whatever. That's cool. That's entertainment to some people. But it's taking away from the integrity of the site. And it's just, people used to give Casey Tron a hard time when she was the girl that was big-chested and had the cleavage and acted ditzy.
Parody.
And she's a parody.
Yeah.
She put on the act.
Yes.
And a lot of people had no idea. Now the chicks, they're just taking their ratchet hood ass off the streets and going right into Twitch, and there's no filter. There's no filter. The filters are being used on Instagram, where they're taking you and they're telling you to go over there, and then they're filtering the shit and they're getting even more greasy over there, where they're allowed to do it. So, before the Casey Tron was the thing, and now Casey Tron is not even. It's just fuck. That ain't nothing.
Nobody even talks about Casey Tron anymore.
Nobody even talks about Casey Tron anymore.
No.
She's the OG
because here's the
girl
deal.
streamer.
Here's the deal. She used to be the one that was pushing the boundaries, even though she was a parody.
Yeah.
Now she is literally white bread.
Yes.
She is the lowest common
and you
denominator.
realize how PG she was. She just acted ditzy and dumb.
Now comparative to what we've got now.
To what we have now.
It's all.
I mean, she is like, she's the saint.
Yeah.
She's an actual
She's
girl
a fucking
gamer.
nun.
Yes. At least she played League of Legends. Now, she had half a screen that was her webcam. But these girls nowadays, they don't even play games, bro. They just turn on the webcam, bro. They just turn on the webcam.
They don't even have to pretend to play games.
No,
it's like all the chicks that got caught doing their Just Dance streams or whatever.
Yes.
Or League streams, and it was somebody else playing,
Yes.
and they were just sitting there.
What happened to those days? Take me back to those days.
It's probably still happening.
Probably does still happen.
Yeah, it's probably still.
But you don't see it. You don't see it.
No, because it's not news anymore. That's actually just plain Jane shit.
You don't see it.
It's plain Jane shit.
Anyway, yes, I agree. 2 years. It'd be nice to have it this year.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have an 18+ section.
I'm gonna be real. I don't want it.
And you know what? You know what that's gonna do.
Because here's what I have to. Or here's the deal right now as it stands. Thank God. Mom and dad at home on the computer, they just have bookmarks that go directly to my stream and Gab's stream. Look, my it's not like my parents are going to like fucking have a heart attack. It's they're old, they've been around the block, they've seen some shit. But look, explaining to your parents or your family or whatever, and then they go and check the site out without just going straight to your stream, and there's a good shot that some of their first exposure is going to be seeing that shit, or maybe they are looking for your stream and they just, or they look for beyond your stream. They're interested what else is going on.
Maybe they're interested to see some female streamers.
IRL is in the top 5 pretty much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yep.
Click on that shit and you go, wait a minute, my son or daughter is on this site alongside of This?
Yes.
And then you've got to try to explain what's going on there.
Yes, but Mom, that's the AIDS part of Twitch.
That's
okay?
just fucking awkward.
That's the AIDS part. You gotta try and ignore that.
Because they're gonna be like, I thought this was a gaming site. And you go, well,
You thought wrong.
it was.
Yes. Until Pokemon Go happened.
That wasn't even the catalyst for it.
I think that's when it went fucking
Tits
up.
It certainly moved it
because
along
they've
a
created that. There was no IRL section before that, and to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure people were just.
I think they were working on that before that. That just helped it along.
Because I think what people were doing before is they just didn't go underneath a name of a game. They just kind of went to not playing a game. You know how you can just go currently not playing something?
Yeah.
And then when the Pokemon Go happened and people were doing these on the go IRL things,
Yeah.
that was when they said, "Oh fuck, we're gonna make an IRL thing." And I think that's really when the shit just went crazy. Because for all you newbies out there, and I'm sure that most people that listen to this podcast have been around a long time, so maybe I'm preaching to the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, guys, once upon a time, this was like back in 2013, early 2014, and before, Twitch was a gaming site, and you were banned if you weren't playing games for more than 20 minutes. Like, if you took more, I think it was a 20-minute, you had a 20-minute grace period to, like, eat and take a shit, you know? Breathe. And if you weren't playing a game within that 20 minutes,
you could be banned.
The communities were primed to, like, report you and complain.
To get your ass banned.
To get your ass banned.
Yeah.
You know, now, let's be real, not many people were banned from that, but there was enough fear there
that it was a game
that it was
only.
It was
because think about it, they went from Justin to Twitch specifically to get away from the IRL shit.
Yes, they wanted to separate themselves as far as possible from the IRL shit, and then it just slowly started to become this thing, and then when the female streamers got on board, that's when it just turned into this, and it's their fault. Well, it's Twitch's fault, but it's them. They're the ones that are spreading this AIDS on the site. And I'm sorry, I know it sounds sexist as fuck, but it's just the way it is right now. And a lot of the dude streamers that are doing IRL, and once again, it's gonna sound sexist, but a lot of them are actually doing things. Whether it's fucking driving.
And there are women that do it too.
Absolutely.
It's just that the offenders seem to be skewed farther to the woman's side.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that they're all like that. But if like I said, and we'll end at this, we'll move on because it's 3:00 in the morning. But if you go to the IRL section right now, my point, once again, and I think everybody's know this point now, you'll see what that section is all about.
Yeah.
You'll see the motives, the tactics that are used. It's like a YouTube thumbnail, right? In order to make it on YouTube now, you just have to be that grimy, clickbaity, emotional star, you know, in the title. You ever see that shit? Emotional.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Exciting.
There's
heartfelt. You know, and the fucking thumbnail that is just like, it's disgusting. And if you're not playing by those fucking rules, you're dead.
You're dead.
You're fucking dead.
Again, there's nothing wrong with IRL shit or whatever. It's all TOS complaints. Would I prefer it if it wasn't? And somebody asked, well, what about you guys? You're not playing games right now. That's perfectly fine. We're playing by the current rules of Twitch. If we were in 2014 Twitch and we weren't able to have this show,
we just do it on YouTube.
We just do it on YouTube.
Dude, we're doing a fucking podcast about gaming. We don't have low-cut pants on, and it isn't a sexually driven podcast of sex.
Otherwise, except for talking about.
But I'm complaining about the fact that that's what it is.
Yeah,
we're not our whole
thing.
Entertainment. You take away the chest or the beauty, and they have nothing. They have a webcam and a mic that they can breathe heavy on. That's it.
Probably a whiteboard.
And a whiteboard.
Maybe a yoga mat.
But who the fuck is going to donate when they aren't going to be getting this stuff? When they aren't going to be receiving the sexual-driven antics that go on when you give money or when you hit a sub goal. Nobody. Because they don't have any gaming talent or they're not working towards it. That's why. It's all sexually. It's like going to a porn site to not look for sex. You're not going to go to a porn site to look at the ads. No. You're not going to a porn site to try and find a video game thing. You're going there for sex. So people are clicking on that IRL thumbnail of a girl that is heavy-chested to look at their tits and to look at the chat, make fun of the fact that she's looking for money. Or you want to laugh at the white knights that are giving her the money. That's it. That's the circle.
That's
there's
the
no
whole,
other. There's nothing.
That's it.
There's no other content. But it's part of TOS.
But
so
it's
I
not.
digress. But it's not.
It's actually not.
But I digress.
It's Mr. Black. Hit me up with the sound of movies and TV.
Movies and TV.
Lots of shit has gone down in movies and TV. Did you get a chance to catch up with any of the releases and stuff? What have you managed to catch? Did you see Aquaman? Did you see Enter the Spider-Verse or whatever?
I saw both those.
How were they?
Both great.
Fantastic.
The Spider-Verse movie. Best Spider-Man I've ever seen.
Okay.
By far. It's actually not even...
Is that really a high benchmark?
For me personally, no, because I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan.
I don't even know if you're a Spider-Man fan, if that's a particularly high benchmark, but there's been some more recent passable Spider-Man movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say this Spider-Man, and it follows the Miles Morales Spider-Man, the Black Spider-Man. Maybe that's why I resonate a little bit more. I actually just think the character is cool. The character's family's cool. And they did the Spider-Verse so that you got to see many different types of Spider-Men. And Nick Cage plays one of the Spider-Men, which is...
No, really?
Yes, bro. He plays the...
That's funny.
He plays the old school black and white, the noir
really?
type Spider-Man.
That's wild.
And he's got the perfect one-liners, bro.
Does he do a good job?
He does amazing.
Oh, well, it's because fucking Nicolas Cage.
He does amazing.
It's the Cage.
Yeah, noir Spider-Man. Awesome. If you guys haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse, this is coming from a guy that doesn't really enjoy animated films all that much, but I saw it in IMAX 3D, and this movie is really a comic book come to life. Like it's literally like watching the pages of a comic book just in 3D and IMAX, all like you're in the pages. It's so cool. The animation style that they did is unlike anything I've seen before, and it just works. There's some great action set pieces. It's well voice acted. There's so many awesome stars in it. Yeah, incredible. One of my favorite movies of 2018.
Amazing.
And Aquaman was just a really good time.
Good.
It was just a really fun time in the movies.
So it was just a solid, good overall movie.
Yeah. And I saw there's another movie that was big that came out that I saw. Fuck. I thought there was two big movies that were coming out, Aquaman and something else at the same time. I don't know. Let me go on Rotten Tomatoes. Anyway, I saw another movie that was good. Let me see here. Bumblebee.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I saw Bumblebee.
Yeah,
saw that in Vegas, actually.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I people hyped it up a little bit too much for me because they said it's, the best Transformers movie.
Another one of those, how high of a benchmark is that, really?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. I actually really loved the first Transformer, the Michael Bay's first Transformers.
I'm on board.
I thought that was great.
Everything after that was dog
Everything
shit.
after that was just shit.
Yeah, it
was just bad.
Really bad.
But it was enough of Michael Bay. Shia LaBeouf did really well on that. Megan Fox was good. That just worked. It was like this weird popcorn fun. It was cool to see Transformers. It was really well done, and then they just went to dog shit. So I would say that this Bumblebee movie was the best one since the first Transformers.
Okay.
And it was the most cartoon accurate Transformers from the 80s.
Yeah.
Just through and through.
Which I would love to see more of that because that is what Transformers.
I wasn't
is.
a huge fan of John Cena's character in the movie, but it was a character decision choice, so it wasn't like he did a bad job. I just didn't really like. I thought it was a little too 90s villainy and too self-aware. But it was he didn't take me out of the movie or anything. But I thought he was probably the weakest link.
Okay,
and I've been a big fan of John Cena's work for a while.
I think he's pretty solid work.
I think he's actually a pretty good actor, and he's really charismatic. I think he's going to be the next. I won't say the next Dwayne, but I think he's going to have. Well. I think he's going to do well. I think he's going to do very well.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Bumblebee was good. I enjoyed both Aquaman and Into the Spider-Verse more, but I definitely think it's worth the movie ticket, and I think people should support the movie too, so that we can get more smaller, intimate Transformers movies that aren't a big metal mess.
Yeah.
The big thing that I watched was Surviving R. Kelly.
Oh, you actually got to watch that?
I watched the 6-part series.
Oh, I didn't get to see it.
Dude, if you haven't seen it yet, you should watch it.
On a scale of 1 to gone nuclear, how deep did John Legend go on R. Kelly?
You know, John Legend wasn't. John Legend may have said maybe 10 sentences about him in the whole thing.
And he's been very vocal outside the movie, so
half of it was like, R. Kelly was a legend and blah blah blah. So like, some people would say nice things, and then they would be like, "But he's fucking a pedophile."
The big butt.
Yeah,
it's like he's super talented.
John Legend went in on him on social media.
Yeah,
didn't necessarily go in on him in the documentary.
Okay,
he definitely was like, he was wrong and he's sick.
Yeah,
but it was. Really, he was saying things that any sane person would say. I think you should watch it.
I planned on it. I literally only just heard about it for the first time a few days ago.
Bro, you'll watch the first 2 episodes.
Where is it hosted?
I watched it on Plex. I watch a lot of stuff on Plex, but I'm sure that there's sites that you could probably stream.
I just thought maybe if there was like one of the standard ones or some shit that you could get your.
No, I just Helly Famous has like a Plex server that I watch a lot of shit on, and he had it uploaded, so I watched it on that. But dude, you'll get 2 episodes in. So we watched it in 2 sittings. We started pretty late one night.
Yeah.
So we only watched 2 episodes because each episode's 40 minutes and it's 6 parts. But you'll get after the second part, you'll get into the third, and then you're hooked and you're binging, and you can't believe you actually can't believe
all the jokes we made growing up, and it gets too real,
bro. It gets worse. Like you'll see the first 2 episodes, you're like, damn, this is bad, and then every episode it just gets worse. You're like, God fucking damn it, man, what the fuck? And the crazy shit about it is there's tons of people on there that work for R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Like whether they're bodyguards, personal assistants, managers, whatever. And they're all enabling him, and they're all keeping these secrets. And now that people are talking about it, they're in there, and it's crazy because you can tell some of them are fucking crazy too.
Yeah.
And
you
they're
have
like
to be to keep shit like that silent.
And they're saying shit, but they're not realizing.
Like R. Kelly's not a gangster.
No.
R. Kelly's not fucking Tupac gonna kill you if you leak his shit.
They're fucking they're saying shit, and they're like, yeah, we helped do this, or we would see this, or we'd give like this and this, and you're just thinking to yourself like, why are you saying this? Because I know you're airing out the dirty laundry, but you're making yourself look like
real bad,
like
right now.
Real fucking bad, because you're soliciting this, and you're literally physically helping. And you're just like, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And then you're hearing these girls' stories. And then on one hand, you're going, the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you ever do this? And then you start to see like the psychological shit that he would do.
Well, when you're that young, and the manipulation is very strong.
It's strong, bro. It's
strong. And if he's as charismatic as he is talented as a singer,
bro,
that shit would be.
I'm telling you, by the time you get to episode 5, you're watching it with your jaw open, and you're just watching it because you've gotten this far, and you feel like you need to just see it through. But it just gets so fucking disgusting. And now they have a Michael Jackson one coming out in like a few months that they've been preparing this pedophile fucking Michael Jackson one where
Oh,
all
no.
the families and the kids that got fucking abused at
Oh,
Neverland Ranch and shit, they all
no.
made this documentary. It's getting aired at Sundance,
No.
and it's basically like the R. Kelly one, but a Michael Jackson version. That shit's coming out real soon. So they're like, after R. Kelly got dished, Michael Jackson's about to get it. But the R. Kelly one, I just don't know how they're gonna do the Michael one. Because you got to think about it. A lot of people that were defending R. Kelly are like, R. Kelly made all this great music and people loved him. He's like a legend of R&B. But with Michael Jackson, he's like a fucking straight icon.
Well, he's God.
And he's dead.
Yeah.
And so he can't defend himself.
No.
And we've already been down this road, and he hasn't been convicted of it.
Many times.
But now apparently there's people coming out with the woodwork, and there's all this fucking evidence and these videos and so I'm like, I'll have to see what happened. But I'm one of those Michael defenders. I'm like one of those guys that's like, yeah, he's weird, guys, but he's not a pedophile, but he's weird. So we'll see. I have to watch it. But the R. Kelly shit, dude, it's fucked up. 6 episodes of fucked up. And his family, and R. Kelly, you'll see, he got molested as a kid too.
Well, of course.
His sister.
It's very rare for somebody to just jump into that shit without having experienced it themselves.
His sister molested him and his brother and shit.
Yeah.
And it digs deep. And then there's another little mini, not docu-series, but there's some interviews that happen after the document series. Where you start to get more information about the abuse that R. Kelly went through. Because they don't really talk too much about it in the documentary. They do mention it, and they mention his troubled childhood, but they don't get into some of the fucking shit that went down. And then you start to piece together this dude is sick, but he's sick because of what he went through, and he's just repeating the fucking...
Which is what happens
with most...
It just so happens that he was a legendary R&B singer.
Yes. And he had the money, the means, and the power to do this shit, and he's still doing it today, bro. Dude, you get to the later episodes, and they're literally rescuing people from this dude, live. You're starting to see the shit. You see the shit. It goes, dude, it's fucked. Watch it.
I'm going to watch it.
That's something that you and the waifu can binge,
I'm gonna fucking
and
watch
you're just
it.
going to be like, God damn. And
It's
this
happening.
time next week when we're on the podcast,
I'll hopefully have it done
you'll
by
be able to
next
talk
week.
about it. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Bird Box. We both watched that. We can talk about that. Thoughts on Bird Box?
It was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me a lot of A Quiet Place.
That was my first thought.
But just instead of not making noise, they can't see.
Yeah.
It's apparently a book. I won't spoil the ending, but apparently the ending of the book is a lot more sinister than what we got, which I can tell you about after the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
But they changed the ending of the book, which some people didn't like. They thought it would have been a little too dark if it went the book route. But overall, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good time. I thought it was well acted in a lot of places. I mean, there was a couple actors in there that were a little. It felt a little TV movie ish, but it's a movie that it's a damn good time to watch in your bed on Netflix. But it would have been the fuck if I went to the movie theater and spent a $40 night out to see it in movies.
Would have been a little salty.
I would have been yeah, that was not a great experience. But I think for a home Netflix experience, I'm down to see a lot more of these types of movies.
I thought that it was well done as well. I'm not a big Sandra Bullock fan.
I'm not a huge one.
And whoever did her lip job or plastic surgery needs to be fired because
it is a little weird. She looks like a duck.
She's looking rough.
Yeah.
She's not looking better. So that was a bit rough to look at. Honestly, I was a bit distracted by it in the movie because it's been so long since I've seen her that it was like a light switch went on and off, and it was like a totally different fucking person. But regardless of that, she did a good job of it, and pretty much everyone involved did a pretty good job. The kids were hit or miss.
Yeah, I agree.
There were parts. It was one of those movies where there were some parts that really fucking pissed me off, and it was like lazy writing pissed me off. I will say this. Somebody was right too many fucking times. And by the last of it, I went, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I'm checking out.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I got audibly
and
angry.
I was saying it out loud when
while
it was
I was
happening.
watching. I was like, this is getting stupid. Like the
Yeah.
first time, okay.
Yeah.
Second time,
Eh.
third time, come on now.
No.
Fucking really?
It's a whole lot of nope.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
So yes, that was it was interesting. So that was the thing. I too made the comparison, like I was saying, to A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place was obviously much better than this movie.
Yes, of course.
But for what it was good, and the ending, though predictable, was, I guess, nice. I think the other thing that bothered me was the lack of closure. The ending did nothing.
Yeah.
Really nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the reason why is because they changed the ending, and when I tell you what it was before, then it'll be the shock thing where you're like, oh fuck, right? So it was like more of a like, okay, you got to this point, but oh fuck. Instead, it was like, okay, you got to this point, and okay, you got to
happy
this
ending.
Yay, right?
Yeah, it was basically like, yay, you crossed the finish line.
Yay, and that was the show. So
yeah.
I think once you hear what the other ending was, you'll go, oh, okay, so that's probably.
I'm sure the book is it's rare for the book not to be better than the movie.
Yeah.
But that ending was.
Yeah, and the thing was, I wasn't angry at the ending. I just kind of wanted more.
Yeah.
And that's says a lot about how good the movie was to some degree. Where, because it was over 2 hours.
Yes.
And it didn't feel like it was dragging on. There was
No.
enough of a pace, and there was enough going on. I kind of wanted more. It would have been cool to actually have this as a TV show, and dragged out the episodes and got to know the characters a little bit more.
Yeah.
And got to explain or dig a little bit deeper into maybe what these things look like. And I know we got a cool little view of them in one degree. I won't say how, but
well, they actually released sketches, social media, as to what they were, because they considered showing them conceptually, and then there was going to be the thought that they looked different to everyone.
Yeah,
and it would be based on their. Because
which makes
you
sense.
know what they do,
yes,
right?
Which
Without
makes sense.
Spoiling it,
yes.
you know what I mean.
Yes.
So they did show that, and do I feel like it would have made it better? Really, that was the closest thing for a movie that it was basically horror, right, or thriller.
It would have been cool to see what they saw as they, towards the end.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, there's this cool, mysterious, like when one girl in particular that's driving a car, which is in the preview.
Yes, yeah.
And her eyes, like they did a really
Do the
good
thing.
job
They
at
did a good
showing
job
them,
of that,
like
yeah.
basically their eyes change a little bit, and then you just sort of see this horror or like this like fucking. There's once you see it, there's no coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought they did a great job at that. It would have been cool to have that at the beginning to kind of show the intensity of it. But then after a while, after you start to see this thing happen over and over again, the novelty of that wears off, where it becomes repetitive. I think then at that point they could have upped the scale by showing what this person was visualizing and their point of view.
Yeah.
But then the other people not seeing it, right? Like they're, because they haven't looked. But in the person's eyes, the horror, whatever, in their own way. And that would have been a cool way to make it different almost every time, right?
There's, I'll keep avoiding spoiler talk, but when I say, I'll talk in code, when I say survivors that aren't okay.
Yeah.
I would have perhaps liked to get a bit of more of a glimpse into
their
why
eyes.
that.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been cool too.
Because I had a guess, and if I tell the guess, it's probably not spoiling anything, so I'm probably safe here.
I wouldn't say it though.
No, I'm going to say this.
Yeah,
because
that part of the story actually is something that you only really establish a little bit later.
No, I'm not gonna say that thing. I'm just gonna say something like my guess as to what we saw there, and we can talk off stream about this more in depth. I'm gonna say one word. I'm gonna say adaptation. is my best guess, and I'll explain more about that
Okay.
off stream.
Okay.
Bandersnatch. I watched it. You didn't. I'll just say that it's a thing that's a really cool experience that you should definitely do.
Yeah, it's a good
when you get the
Netflix
chance.
movie.
It is. Well, no, Bandersnatch. I'm not talking about Bird.
Oh shit.
Bird
yeah,
Box.
yeah.
Go watch that.
Okay. Yes.
Bandersnatch. Choose your own adventure.
Yes. Kayla and I are gonna watch that tomorrow.
Yes, and it is. You know, when I heard about what they were doing, I had an idea in my mind about how it would play out, and it's almost exactly how it goes, and it works. It sounds like it wouldn't work, but they found a way to make it work. But it has some weaknesses, and we'll talk about it after you.
Okay. Well,
watch it.
I'll definitely.
And
see
when I
it.
say weaknesses, I don't necessarily mean like the movie so much as mechanically how you do the choosing and like how it plays out a little bit. But I understand why the weaknesses are there. They're kind of necessary to make the whole thing work. But I will say I was very impressed for the first one. It was like, because this is like the first, like nobody's done this shit before.
Yeah. And
right?
we talked about this on the podcast like maybe a month ago or so, where I
Exactly.
said that Netflix was coming out with an interactive.
Yeah. And then here we are.
Yeah, and it's
right?
here. And it's Black Mirror, which is,
It is.
it's a good name brand behind it too.
Absolutely. And they do as they usually do, a great job. Acting super well done. There's a couple of parts in there where you watch movies and people have to take a fall, like an actor has to take a fall.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of them sell it like a fucking champion, and others it just looks like they're trying not to hurt themselves when they fall. There is one fall in this. I want to hear about this. There is one fall in this that is, no joke, the greatest sell of all fucking time. Because I'm pretty sure
It was like a real fall.
there was an injury involved.
Fuck.
Like, when I watched it,
They
both
Tom Cruised it.
Gabs and I went, ow! Fuck! Like
Somebody actually got fucked
somebody
up.
actually got fucked.
Just kept the camera rolling.
So either it was the most beautifully blended, because sometimes when they do a fall, they'll like blend like the first half of the fall, and then they'll do a lower half, and then
Yes.
they'll do like some movie magic.
yes.
Either it's the sickest blend of all time, or this
Somebody
person
actually got fucked up.
Fucked up, and they kept the take. So that's
All right.
We'll wait and see.
I'll give you my
But very, very, very well done. It was fun, and it was fun to go back and try different. Just like the books, it's like
Yes.
let's go back and
I'll definitely be
and
doing
see
that. See the
that-
different.
so it was fun. So I'd love to see more of that. I'd be
Oh,
totally
you know
down.
it's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
'cause
new-
it was super successful.
Yeah, it's coming.
So that was a thing as well. Other than that, as far as what I've been watching, it's not like it's new, but it's new to Canadian Netflix anyway, where there's a series about a guy who goes to prisons in different places around the world, some of the worst prisons, or just prisons in general, and see what, from beginning, like he gets taken in, he does the pat down, he's naked, he goes through the whole process, and is a prisoner there for 7 days.
Oh,
And they film the whole thing, and they see and interact and ask questions, and you get to like get an inside look at like.
Does he
around
like
the
pretend
world.
that he has like a like he's
No,
a
he doesn't
criminal and
pretend.
shit?
They don't pretend. He knows. They know. Like everyone knows his cameras. The cameraman's in there
okay.
with them, but
Yeah.
he's in there. He sleeps in there the whole 9 yards, and he's doing that because he's a Brit. He was in jail himself from 19 until 31 years of age, 12 years
Damn.
for wrongfully getting convicted
Oof.
for murder.
Oh.
He was supposed to be in for life, no parole. And then new evidence cropped up, and he got out in 12 years.
How much money does somebody get when
I don't
they
know.
do
Obviously
that?
not.
'Cause-
Obviously not enough that he didn't decide to do a TV show to make
Yeah.
some more.
Yeah.
But I mean, you get dude. And he said and obviously he was in a number. You're in the system for 12 years.
That's fucked up.
You're
bro.
in for murder. You're hopped around to different prisons. He spent time in solitary, the whole 9 yards. He said he's seen a bunch of shit. He's got a fucking mean scar on his face and shit. And this is a dude who was wrongfully committed for murder.
Oh, you got to
So it's
toughen
not
up
like
and see
this-
some shit.
So when he goes into these
You
places,
got to like just accept it.
when he goes into these places, a lot of these places, some of the guys try to intimidate him, and he just isn't taking
He's
it.
like, bro,
He's
I've
like,
been in
I'm not a
fucking-"
regular. It's like they see the camera and they think that the guy's soft.
Yeah.
And
Bro,
he's like-
I've seen some shit.
See,
I've gone to jail for murder I didn't commit,
a guy straight up said, "You're gonna pay me $200 a day to be in this cot in this room, or I'm gonna shiv you outside of this room." Both of us, the two guys standing there, were like, "We're gonna get you." And he looked at you and said, "Yeah, I'm not paying." He said, "I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not scared right now. I'm not paying."
At that point, you just earn respect, right? At that point, you just gotta go. You know what, bro? Me and you are gonna be friends.
And he earned the guy's respect later
Of course.
on. And he earns. It's funny. Everywhere he goes, everyone loves this dude because he's super fucking. He's down to earth. He's been in there, so they respect him for it.
Yeah.
Some places even respected him more because he was wrongly
What's it called? I'm gonna check it out.
I can't fucking think of the name of it off the top of my head, but you'll see it because it's usually. I think it might be.
Under like new releases or something.
Yeah, it's almost guaranteed to be in there. I can't fucking think of the name of it.
I'm definitely gonna. That sounds like a fire show. I'm gonna check it out.
It is fucking fire. And he goes to some. He went to one in. We watched one where he went to it in Ukraine, and it is literally there's like 4 guards, and like 300 prisoners.
Oh fuck! What a
and the
gong
place
show.
is like being taken back by like nature. It is a shithole. The outside walls are locked, but the prisoners have no lockdown time. They just wander around at fucking will. And he was like,
"It's probably a gong show." He's like, "Where's the jail?"
How is everyone not dead right now? There's some pretty crazy. Some pretty crazy shit. So that's a fun show. I haven't gotten.
I'm checking it out.
There's multiple seasons.
Damn.
So I'm down for it.
Damn.
And definitely watch it. He does a great job. So yeah, check that out. Inside the World's Toughest Prisons, Yogurt's Got Us.
Boom.
It is an aptly named TV
I'm gonna fall
show.
asleep to that tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna be. You might binge a couple. But it is late, so
I
maybe
can't afford,
don't.
I can't
You
afford
can't
to binge
afford
a
to
couple.
binge right now.
I got to get up and finish that booth.
Exactly. So yeah, definitely.
Dude, it's 3:30 in the morning.
It is,
and we're podcasting.
It is. It's a thing that's happening right now.
And
I'm
I've
itchy as fuck
Dude,
right now. Are you itchy?
If anybody, I didn't want to say anything. If anybody's been like trying to figure out why I'm like,
it's not because Jeff's been doing crack.
No, we've been in the sound booth putting up cloth. And the fucking insulation.
The mineral wool, wool insulation.
When you're stapling or using an air gun, the fucking shit just starts sprinkling just enough.
And we had masks on and shit or whatever, but like it gets on your skin.
Dude, it's in my eye right now. I feel
can't-
itchy everywhere. As soon as Adam leaves, I'm jumping in the shower.
Literally the only upside is that it wasn't fiberglass. 'Cause
Yes.
mineral wool will eventually dissolve and get the fuck off, but fiberglass is in your shit for weeks.
Yes.
So thankfully, but
Yes.
I am fucking just, I feel,
Oh, dude, I can't wait to take a shower.
huh.
And then I get to do it all again tomorrow, except
Yeah.
that most of it's done.
Most of that shit's done.
Yeah, and tomorrow, guys, we could probably turn on the stream from around the booth at some point.
Quite
Because
possible.
I have another computer literally right beside.
Yeah.
So I'll get like a webcam and we'll do like an actual IRL creative stream. No boobs, even though my wife is getting pretty heavy chested.
Yeah.
It's not happening. But we'll probably be able to stream from there because I got to set up a desk and I got to put on some carpet and we got to do a couple more things. And Adam's got to put together some beads and shit.
Some
He's
three-quarter.
got to figure that shit out. So there's some
round.
there's some work to be done.
Quarter round.
But we're getting there, and it's looking good. It's looking great.
So yeah, that's yeah. I'm just itchy.
Me too,
for sure. Other than that, don't think there's anything else. Been watching bits and pieces of things. Vikings is still a dope TV show.
I still haven't seen that since I think season 5.
Some of the arcs in this season feel like they're getting a bit repetitive, but last episode I watched was yesterday's. I think is, without spoiling, is neatly wrapping up one of said arcs.
Okay.
So at least there's that, but it is a fire TV show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
for
to
sure.
sit down and start watching it again.
Yeah, it is
Because I haven't watched
good.
it now in probably a year.
Yeah.
So there's probably enough there for me to binge a solid amount of Vikings again.
Let's see here. Let's get over into tech support.
Okay.
Oh.
No, we'll tomorrow when Adam's here, we'll record an episode of When Cheese Fails because that doesn't take us long. So we'll get
Let's just get the sound booth done first.
Yeah.
And then I also, depending on what time and stuff is going on, I have to be at the house for my ISP is showing up for an appointment.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So we'll figure it out, but that stuff is
No promises.
making their way through.
Yes.
Hopefully we have good replays sent in. Inura asks, and I feel like that might be a relatively not super new. What is your go-to movie in times of trouble?
What does times of trouble mean?
I'm guessing meaning like maybe it's like your
it make you feel
fallback.
good?
Your fallback movie. If you've got nothing else going on, your fallback movie. That's my guess.
Geez, what movie do I go back and watch? I don't really do that a whole lot with a lot of stuff. I do, if I had to choose, I would say the Matrix trilogy.
That's mine.
Is one that I definitely in fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's the Matrix trilogy. That's it. I usually don't watch the whole trilogy. It's usually me watching the first Matrix and then most of the second, and then I'm Matrixed out. But there are times where I will watch the whole fucking all three of them shebanged. It's just a good time, and it's a those are movies that I can. And I think probably what's going to happen pretty soon. I think I'm going to start binging some John Wick. I think the John Wick will be we'll see how the third one goes. And that's gonna. Oh, and the John Wick TV show is like it's coming out. I think it's coming to Netflix.
Nice.
And they're doing. It won't be Keanu Reeves, but they're continuing the underworld sort of thing of the Continentals and the assassins and stuff.
Right,
and they're going to be following some new assassins and shit. So they're going to keep
down for that.
the anthology of it and shit going. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go out and say it. Oh, Evil Dead's a good one. I do watch. I have seen Evil Dead a lot. That's definitely Evil Dead is definitely my go-to horror movie to go back and watch a lot. But I gotta go with The Matrix, man. Another movie that I go back to a lot. If I had to pick, and I'll be honest, I'd probably pick it more than The Matrix. And it's a weird movie for me to say, and I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen it.
Miss Congeniality.
No. I watch Troy.
Oh!
I go back and watch Troy or Gladiator. Those are the two ones I go and watch back. But I actually would say I actually say I watch Troy more than Gladiator.
What's better, Troy or Gladiator?
Gladiator's a better movie.
But you enjoyed
Troy's a bit more of a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
There's just some great battles in Troy. There's some really fucking great battles in Troy.
Brad Pitt did it up.
He really did.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the ending of Troy, but damn. But Gladiator's definitely a better movie. But I go with Troy, man. I've seen Troy a ton.
I've got a couple. The Matrix, but not the trilogy for me. Just The Matrix.
Good choice.
The Last Samurai.
Ooh, it's a good movie.
Another one that I go back and watch a lot.
I gotta go back and watch that
in a
again.
while.
It's probably been 5 or 6 years since I've seen it. And the last time I seen it was like on TV.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't even watch all of it. I was
That's
just
good
like
shit.
fucking skimming through it.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking good.
Fire movie.
I got it on Blu-ray.
Fire.
Bring over, watch it on like your
Yes.
fancy TV, or we can watch it
Yes.
At my place on my fancy TV.
Yes.
We have fancy TVs.
Yes. That's a date. That needs to happen.
It's a bro date. Remember we watched in the theaters, and it was like the first one we sat through the credits because we were mind fucked.
It was amazing. Dude, you actually need to bring that shit over one of these days. We need to sit down and watch that
Absolutely.
shit. I'm not joking.
100%.
I need a beer in my hand,
and
I need The Last Samurai playing on that OLED
and watching
with
Tom
the surround
Cruise
sound on.
Not being Tom Cruise for the first time in his career.
Yes.
Possibly the last.
I need that in my life.
The first and last time Tom
Show
Cruise ever didn't play Tom Cruise in a movie.
That movie's fire, bro.
Yes.
It's emotional fire.
Also, Ocean's 11.
That's a dope movie.
That's another go-to for me.
That's a dope movie.
Yeah.
Some good picks.
If in case you want to see one of those things that you like, once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Brad Pitt is eating in every single scene in that movie.
He is. It's one of his acting things.
It's
I
the
think
thing
he
he does
actually talks about it.
He does that in a lot of movies.
He does.
Like snack foods.
Yeah, I
foods.
think it's like a crutch. It's like he uses it a lot while he's acting.
Make him feel comfortable.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. There's a couple of actors that do that, but Brad Pitt is by far the most snacky. I don't know how he's not morbidly obese. The dude is just putting the shit away.
Ripped.
That's true.
If you haven't seen Last Samurai,
Oh my god.
Download that
it's
shit,
fucking
Helly,
in-
and fuck. That's the
just-
movie. That's the movie you're watching tonight, bro.
That's it. Dude,
It's
it
a
is
fire
so
movie.
fucking good.
It's like think of like Braveheart, but
good?
samurai.
I don't like Braveheart.
You don't like Braveheart? Kayla and I rewatched it not too long ago.
I think it's a bad movie. I think it's fucking bad. Freedom!
Yeah,
The fuck out of here, Mel Gibson. I'm not a Mel Gibson fan either, and that was before he was an asshole.
yeah. The Last Samurai is pretty fucking fire, dude. The soundtracks are fire. The big action set pieces are fire. The whole culture. It's very like.
I don't want to say anything that might even be spoilery because it is so fucking good.
It's a good fucking movie.
It is so fucking good.
It's a good movie, and I haven't seen it in a while.
Fuck.
Woo! It's a good movie.
Fuck.
You can't even overhype it. It's
There
that
are
good.
some actors that are in that you'd
Yes!
be like, what are you in here? But you're so good.
That fucking Japanese dude.
Ken Watanabe. It's
fuck,
one of the 3
man.
actors I can remember a fucking name because
Jeez.
he's a goddamn legend.
He fucking acted his life in that movie, bro.
Yes.
There's some scenes that are just fucking emotional. Shit,
And
man.
there's that Scottish fucking guy who plays the same role in every movie, but he does it so goddamn well
Yes.
you don't care.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
What is his name?
I don't know his
Somebody
name.
in chat
I know
it.
I know exactly who you're talking
He's
about.
got a sick mustache.
God.
Fucking incredible.
Fire movie.
10 out of 10.
Fucking
it.
watch Last Samurai.
Multiple times. Last one that I tend to go on is the first Fast and the Furious movie and Tokyo Drift for some reason I can't not
You
watch.
keep talking about
It's so...
forever.
Tokyo Drift is just a thing.
The only
It's
time
so
I
bad, it's
ever
good.
hear, even being reminded that movie exists, is because of you. You tell me about it like every 6 months. It comes up somehow every 6 months.
It's literally only... It's so bad, it's good. And I love Han is my favorite Fast and the Furious character.
God damn.
And he's in this. Han is the Asian Brad Pitt because he also eats in every single fucking
He
scene.
does eat a lot. Jesus.
Every one of them.
He definitely was the best part of the movie, for sure.
I mean, fuck. But yeah, the biggest I actually, like, if I could change Tokyo Drift, couple things. You take Bow Wow the fuck out of that movie.
Dude, Bow Wow
right
was
away.
fucking bad.
And he's not even the worst part of the movie, but I just think that I can't not see him as little Bow
Yeah, and
Wow.
the fucking the weird white actor with the accent, man. That guy just got on my nerves.
The lead role
The
guy?
lead role guy.
Well, he was really bad.
He's like a budget fucking Paul Walker. That's what it was. It was like a budget Paul Walker with an accent.
He was really shitty.
Dude, he was a horrible
if you
actor.
swapped him out for almost anyone, Tokyo Drift stock goes
Oh
fucking
my God, does it ever?
up a lot.
Like, what other movies has that guy been in? Like, nothing.
Well, I mean, so my biggest scene that I hate in that movie, there's a couple of bad, fucking terrible scenes in that movie, but the worst one is when the white dude is in the car with his, love interest that's also DK's girlfriend or like little whatever the fuck, and they're drifting down the mountain.
Yeah.
And it's like the sap story, and it's this weird orchestral slow music in the background, and these weird like pulled out shots of CG cars.
It's
poorly
fucking green
CG
screen
card,
to fuck. It looks terrible, bro.
drifting around, and she's just like casually talking and like fucking drifting down this mountain. I'm like, this is fucking Fast and Furious. This is some dumb shit.
It's fucking stupid.
So you get rid of that scene, you get rid of Bow Wow, and you replace the lead actor, which is basically your whole new movie. And
Yes.
Tokyo Drift is better.
Okay.
Just give me Han.
Keep Han in the cars
Get everything else out
and
of there.
remove everything else.
Everything else is gone. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. So there you go. So those are my go-tos. Let's see here.
Not horrible picks.
No, you gotta have ones that can be watched a lot. Oh fuck, one more. Gone in 60 Seconds. I watch that a lot. Gone in 60 Seconds.
I'm gonna throw in mine. One last one, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, your
My favorite movie
favorite
of all
movie
time.
of all time.
You just throw that in there for a little good time.
Easy.
It's a good time. So let's just do a couple of quick ones, man. It's
Yeah.
fucking 3:45.
Yeah.
Por favor. God damn.
Oh, here you go. This is topical for you. Shady is asking, currently feeling like ass with a bad cold. My question is, what was the worst illness you've ever experienced?
The worst illness?
Yeah.
This last fucking
I
flu.
was going to say, yeah.
I actually don't remember a time where I've been this sick. Like as an adult, like from recent memory. I'm still recovering. It was that bad. So I'm just going with this fucking flu I just had. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible, bro. It kept me in a room in Vegas. If there's not a place where you're going to be able to hold me back, it's going to be Vegas. When you can't enjoy Vegas, in Vegas, you're done. You're done. So this fucking flu that's going around that everybody's fucking getting right now, that shit was heinous. Heinous, dude. It was like a little bit of everything. With some body aches, the shits, the fucking cough, the wrecked throat, the fever, the cold sweats, the more cough, the no appetite. It was all there. It was just a little bit of everything.
It was a cornucopia of symptoms.
Yes. It's horrible. Fuck.
Mine was not a viral infection. Mine was the strep throat that I had, and I got strep throat back to back.
That's rough. That's rough.
So the first time I had it, and this was in the summertime, so it was like 30 degrees outside. And I thought that I just had like a weird. Sometimes you can get like a minor flu in the summer. I've had it once or twice in my life. It's rare, but it happens. And I thought, hey, I got that. It's whatever. I had a fever was going up. My throat was sore. It was the first symptoms I had. And usually those are the first symptoms that I get before I have a flu. My throat is affected first before anything else.
Oh, you know it's coming.
So, didn't think anything of it. A couple days go by. My throat's not getting any better. It's getting worse and worse and worse. My fever has not gone anywhere. It hasn't broken. My fever keeps going up. And I was like, all right.
It's not good.
This is either a really bad flu or something else. I let it go one more day. We're like 3 or 4 days deep, and my throat is now officially
closed
in like the worst condition I've ever had in my life. I've never experienced such a painful sore throat. I couldn't swallow anything. Water didn't matter. It wasn't that it was closed. I lit it. My body was having like a reflex to the pain where it said,
like, no,
I'm
not doing this.
Stop.
I'd rather die.
So at that point, my fever was like 103.5 or some shit, and my throat was completely fucked, and I was dying. So I went to the walk-in. The guy got me to open my mouth. Took a look in for less than 0.2 of a second before he told me to shut my mouth because he was like, I'm going to get AIDS right now.
Great.
He said, that is 100. He said he was going to go in for the test to send it to see if it's strep. He said, no, that's strep.
Yeah. I don't even need to.
Not only is it strep, but you probably shouldn't have waited this long to get in here because if you waited another couple of days, this could have gotten like to your eyes and you would have been fucked. So immediately rushed a super potent fucking antibiotic that knocked me on my ass. I already had no energy because of the fever and shit.
Yeah.
I took the antibiotic.
Done.
And I'm numb from head to toe. I felt nothing. I could have fought Mike Tyson. He would have killed me in one hit, but I wouldn't have felt it.
Yeah.
Just like I had no feeling, and I was on the couch sweating. Like you were like just sweating bullets, waking up drenched.
Yes.
But cold.
Yes.
But 103-degree fever.
Yes.
And it was wild.
Speaking my language.
And my throat was so bad, and it took so long for my throat to recover. And then, no joke, 3 weeks after I recovered from that, throat starts getting sore again. And I went, hold up.
This time you're not waiting 4 days.
I said, no. I said, second day came around. I said, I'm in.
Yep.
Went in. This time he had to test it. Comes back, call. Mr. Morehouse, we'd like to inform you that you have to come in and get antibiotics because that is, in fact, strep throat. I just finished a cycle of antibiotics.
It's just starting to feel normal again.
Starting to feel normal again. Right back on the fucking antibiotics.
Come back and get more, bro. You're not done yet.
I was dead. And I couldn't figure out where the fuck I got it from. Strep is not something that just waltzes through the air or some shit. Like, you have to like be in contact with somebody with it. So our first thought was, you can, if you have your tonsils removed, you can carry strep, but the strep doesn't develop into a sore throat. It just sits back there because it settles in the tonsils. So if your tonsils are removed, you can carry it and give it to other people and have no fucking clue. You have to go get tested, and then you have to take antibiotics to clear it out of your system. So we thought maybe Gabs, because she had hers removed, we thought she was carrying. So when she went back home, she got tested. Nothing. I have no fucking clue
weird, bro.
where the strep came from. My best guess was my chiropractor.
It's possible.
When you're face down in the fucking table.
Oh, yeah. And everybody's face is down there.
Even though you change
Even
paper.
though you change paper, it don't matter, man. That shit,
So
people's
that's my
mouths and
best
shit are
guess,
there.
right?
Damn.
Dude, it was rough.
Damn.
So it was nasty. Second time wasn't bad. It was just antibiotics kicking my ass. But that first
Well, you didn't wait 4 days
when I was
for it to
4
get
days
bad.
deep,
Yeah, that was a bad.
I never want a sore throat like that ever again, bro. That I actually feel like I permanently fucked my throat a bit on that one. Like
You might have.
it was really.
Well, you'll
fucking
never
bad.
wait that long again.
No,
When that
no.
shit comes on, you're gonna.
If
be,
I don't start getting other symptoms
Yeah.
along with it after 2 days, I
Yeah.
immediately just go in and just swab my throat, doc.
swab it,
I need to know.
swab it.
Get it done. So yeah, there you go. Here's the really super quick one coming in from Robbie, and this is the last one. Do you have any prepper equipment in the house?
A what?
Prepper equipment.
What the fuck is that?
That's like doomsday type shit. Do you have like if everything went tits up, are you prepared?
No.
Neither am I. At this point, if the world went tits up, I'm accepting my fate.
Yeah, and you know what? If I lived in America right now, I probably would have those sort of things.
Most of the preppers in the world live in America, so that's not out of the norm.
Yeah, but in Canada, it's not really something we think about. You don't have like a special room. Most people have a room with like all these canned goods and fucking, they're getting ready for the second coming of Christ. But no, I don't.
No,
You
I
know,
don't have a
if the
bunker.
world's coming to an end, I'm just fucked.
I'm going with it.
Yeah, fuck it.
We've done it.
Closest thing I got, there's a bunch of cameras and doors that lock,
Yep.
and that's about the show.
Yep. Not 57 guns. Dude, I saw, just to add this real quick, I saw a documentary on preppers, and there was a couple of families in the States that literally it looks like Fallout, where they built a fucking, like,
I believe it.
thing. It's like a fortress of like, shipping crates.
Dude, I'll be
and
serious.
like steel walled shit, and
Yeah.
they have patrols, and they have like enough food to last like fucking forever, and they also have like their own filtration system and all this shit all done inside, like, and it's just this family, and the kids are in it. They're teaching like their 5-year-olds how to fire rifles.
Dude,
in
you
case
know
some
what?
shit
You
goes
want to
down.
know what, though? It almost, if I lived in America,
I'd almost believe
I'd
it.
almost be
Yeah.
like, it's like, that's one of those things that if you hear someone in Canada doing it, you're like, bro, that's a little out there. When you hear somebody in America doing that, you just kind of go, it's a bit extreme,
Yeah.
but I get it.
Yeah.
I fucking get it.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's so fucking crazy that they're probably the smart ones that are just going to be like, I told you so, motherfuckers. I fucking told you so. And they're going to be in their fucking bunker, trained to shit, living off fucking the good shit, underground, ready for doomsday. Straight up.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So no, I have nothing. If the world's going to shit, then I'm fucked. I'm not out here teaching myself to be Bear Grylls. I'm not going to survive in the woods for more than 2 days. I'm dead. I don't know how to hunt or trap or anything. I could build myself shelter.
I can do a vocal booth.
If I don't have to rub sticks together, I could make a fire.
Okay.
And I know how to keep one going in rain and shit. But beyond that, I'm fucked. For like, I might even be able to figure out how to collect some water.
I'm
But
first
from
world
food,
the fuck out.
But food, I'm dead.
I'm done.
I'm fucking dead. I'm not taking my shoelaces out and like making a deadfall for a rabbit. I wouldn't know how to fucking do the shit.
Yeah, no. I'd be chasing game. I'd be just chasing it. I'd be like, dude, that's a fucking cat. I need to catch that cat. And that cat's head's going to get bashed in, and I'm just going to throw it over a fire.
Yeah.
If I can make one.
If I can't fish for my food,
I will be straight eating Chinese food.
I'll be honest, I'm not even that good of a fisherman. So,
Cat.
Cat.
That's the only thing I could catch.
Here, psst,
Yeah, come here.
Come here, house cat.
Come here. Stop moving. That would be it, because I wouldn't be able to.
Accept your fate.
I wouldn't be able to catch a rabbit. Nothing. I'd
No.
be fucked.
No.
I might be able to fish.
Maybe.
Could probably fish.
But would you be able to catch enough to survive
No.
off of is the question.
The answer's no.
That's
And if it's the winter, I'm still fucked. I'm still not fishing.
Wintertime.
Ice.
I'm definitely dead in the
Yeah,
wintertime.
there's ice. And that's it.
100%. 100%. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, it's been another Techno Alpha podcast back 2019. Hopefully you enjoyed all of the ranting, raving, yelling, screaming, and casual conversation about everything from making out sessions down to how good The Last Samurai is. Head on over to patreon.com
Please.
/LAGTV.
Go
there.
give money.
Join us. Give us some money.
Just give us
Our version of prepping for the end of the world is not
Money.
being able to afford bills.
Yes.
That's the end of our world.
Yes.
To help us stop that, go over to patreon.com /LAGTV, get involved, see the kind of benefits you can have. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're a StarCraft person, you can get in with replays and stuff with the tiers. You can get involved that way, get your StarCraft content, and maybe even get your own stuff casted. You can also get some other perks from the podcast. Go check it out. We'd absolutely appreciate it. We will see you guys next week.
Yep.
For more Technical Alpha podcast. But for now, it is 5 minutes until 4 in the morning. I still have to drive home. The car's probably dead ass cold. I haven't eaten enough food today. I'm hungry as shit. I'm itching like a crack addict. I can fucking shower from this damn rock bowl. We'll see you next week. Peace.